Good afternoon, welcome back here to Yamba Bowling Club. It's the final of the men's senior inter-region. We're going to see Southeast taking on a familiarish opponent in Manning Great Lakes. These two teams did meet in the very first round. Southeast got the victory on that occasion, but Manning, well, they've been the giant killers and they've made their way through by hook or by crook with some very, very tight results through to this final here at Yamba Bowling Club. Nick Hind is my name. Fantastic to have your company wherever you're watching around New South Wales, around Australia or around the world. I've got the great pleasure to be joined for this match by Director of Bowls, Jason Pinnock. Jason, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Nick. Yeah, great to be here. Looking forward to this match. Two opponents that may not, well, many may not have expected to be here at this final, but isn't it great to see? Fantastic
to have them here, and somebody who knows all too much about these Manning Great Lakes boys, State Match Chair and Greater Newcastle skip, Warren Shipley. Warren, good afternoon.
Afternoon, Nick. Afternoon, all. Yes, goes to show that two teams going through in each section, you may have the best teams in the same section at times, and these two were in the same section, and they meet each other again in the final.
Yes, so the skips have changed over, though. They don't play each other if they do have this happen, so it's going to be for you on the live streaming rink. Mike Mitchell, Paul Rogers, Kevin Nutter and Stuart Rigg for Southeast up against Manning Great Lakes. These players might be familiar if you were tuned in this morning. John Marshall, Peter Schroeder, Dale Snow and Paul Jopson. Is anyone brave enough to give a tip?
Oh, no.
No.
Well, it'll be interesting to see. Andrew might be able to get the result up for us that when they met in the first game. And, Southeast have been fairly strong throughout their matches so far. Obviously, they'd have to be favourite, topping their section.
Well, as the players complete the second of the trial ends, it is going to be Manning Great Lakes to get us underway. Andrew Lynn does even have a graphic for this, which I'm sure he will show us in just a moment. So we'll see how things get underway here.
Perfect conditions out there too this afternoon, Nick. Very, very little breeze. Sun is baking the green. Perfect conditions, so should be some good play.
Well, Warren, you called a lot of that last game. You probably saw the bowls getting back better and better as the game progressed.
Yes, there was looked as though the greens did speed up a little. For those that were watching this morning, you may notice that the green has been swung around, and we're playing in the other direction as we were this morning. So it'll be interesting to see whether there's a tight and wide hand like there was in the game that we viewed this morning.
Well, with the fairly regular direction of the breeze here, Jason Pinnock, we know that it's coming from right to left on your screen is pretty much the default, isn't it?
Yeah, it is here at Yamba, right to left, and especially on this rink, because it's so close to the clubhouse, it will play a little bit differently when we go in the other direction. So It will be more wind affected coming back in the direction we're currently looking at, from right to left, than what it will be in the direction towards where they're delivering from.
And already you can see them bowls swooping off the bank side, getting across the centre line.
Yeah, so just from a little bit more than halfway down is where the club will cease to provide cover, and you'll see this one, once it gets past about there, it will take off. So the right-handed backhand in this direction, take your grass.
Well, here we go. We're going to see what this hand does. He's been asked to come down there, has Schroeder, by Paul Jopson.
Just walking back after lunch, there's not a lot of breeze out there at the moment, and there can't be much left after Monday. It certainly blew quite a bit.
Well, you can see, I think that first one from Peter Schroeder, a little bit of a rangefinder there, just trying to gauge how tight he can play it. Paul Rogers, vastly experienced campaigner. One of the two Marimbula members of this southeast side.
Just notice there, we'll see how long it takes for the players to come to terms with that wider side. Already we've seen every bowl on that hand go across the centre line.
So we see here Schroeder's taken a little bit more grass. Didn't quite get back, but there's a little bit of turn there for him.
Yeah, there is, yeah. And rested on his teammate's bowl, so they'll hold a couple now.
So well, you see Stuart Rigg, he gave that a clap straight out of the hand. Probably you can't play this hand almost too wide. And, well, Joppo's in the road. We might go and give him a tune up, but PR, he's got that back from a long way out. It's a beautiful bowl from Paul Rogers.
You see the skip knew straight away. He had the right grass there. He gave it a clap, as you said, Nick.
Well, that body language is so helpful to us as commentators. If you can see whether they like it early, we might get an idea whether we like it early as well. Indoors here in the beautiful air-conditioned comfort of the auditorium at the Amber Bowling Club. We're being booted out, though, I'm told, Jason, later in the week.
Yeah, unfortunately. We've got to put you outside for the Saturday afternoon session. Got a big show on. Just narrowly missed underneath there. Yeah, we've got a big show on Saturday night, which they need the auditorium from 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So we're going to boot you out there. Get out there with the players, you commentators.
That's all right. If that's the worst thing that happens to us, we're going okay. So Kevin Nutter. Again, you see he's lobbed that out on a good high line. Even parking up at the back's probably a good second prize. But it's still only one. Warren, we like that weight that they were playing Manning Great Lakes here. They've only got one in the head. Does Southeast.
Yeah, he looks tight again, though. I think this one's going to get away on him as well. And that could be remnants of this morning when they had the tight and wide hand. It was fairly tight coming down the ditch side of the green as it was this morning, where it's the opposite in this direction. The ditch side seems to, well, as you can see, it's swooping. You can see the grass line taken here. And this one should get right back to the centre line as well.
Well, Rigg's much more interested. It's a fine effort. Asking for that to fall over, it won't. But yes, the Greens have been given a roll. The great stuff here, Jace. I mean, are they workaholics or are they workaholics?
They're workaholics, mate. You'll see Graham here at least 6 days a week, sometimes 7. Sometimes only a couple of hours when we're in quiet periods, but he's nearly here every single day, keeping on top of this. We've got a big lot of work coming up starting Monday. This green's actually coming out for renovation. It is on Monday, so it just doesn't stop for our greenkeepers out there.
Well, we might have to go and give those players a reminder. I think Dean Hodges, the security guard, might be the man to send out there. They've gone and parked themselves right in front of LN, so the burly Dean Hodges is going to go out there and give them a gentle reminder in the first instance.
Players are excited, not really aware.
Well, you're exactly right.
It's the emotion of a final.
That's right. Yeah.
So we see Stuart Rigg here. Southeast, very excited to get on the live stream. He's got a silky delivery.
Not sure he's going to arrive here.
Pace was probably all right in the end, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Just slightly over the
Well
grass.
counted. No mucking around from Jopson. Needs to tighten his line up this time. Is he going to get down in time? No, that's a teammate's bowl he's promoting.
Has more potential because it had that thing on the road in. Your favour for Stuart Rigg if he wants to. It's still around that, but there is probably a kind of forehand for him now, and that's what's been identified by Kevin Nutter.
He can drag that jack a little too.
Looks slightly high here. A little bit weight dependent. Not sure it will come back from out there.
Yeah, you can just see there's the breeze gusting up on the players' shirts out there. I'll look for the for all your pennant flags up, Jason, but the Australian flag, somebody's forgotten something today. But the corner flags are out there. I can see that they're fluttering down that end. So here it is. This is how Southeast have made it. They have had a dominant run through sectional play. 58-44 winners over Manning Great Lakes. 75-49 over Metro Southwest. They picked up a 4 on the very last end against Metro Northwest to bounce them out and allow Manning Great Lakes in. And then 2 comfortable enough wins in the knockout stages, including an 8-shot victory this morning over Metro Northeast. So that's been the road for Southeast. For Manning Great Lakes, 2 losses to start on what was a really tough first day. But the as Warren Shipley mentioned, the value of having taken 2 from each section into the quarterfinals means that some sides might get almost a wild card or a second bite at the cherry. And that was the case for Manning Great Lakes, getting up over Metro Southwest. A 1-shot victory over Warren Shipley's Greater Newcastle side, and then a 5-shot victory in a nail-biter this morning against Midwest. So
That's a crazy path to a final.
Isn't it?
Starting the campaign off with 2 losses. Crazy path to a final.
You might say they're fair weather players, mate, because Monday wasn't real fair weather.
Monday was one of the more difficult days that players might ever experience. It was memorable, certainly, for a lot of reasons, but I mean, to the great credit of this club and to the great credit of the players, they composed themselves, they got through it, and they've come back out here to now be treated to what we expect when we come to the Northern Rivers of New South Wales, this beautiful surface, this beautiful club and these beautiful conditions.
Yeah, and these conditions will continue throughout for our Open Series as well. So looking forward to some really good play during that.
Guaranteeing that, are you, Jason Pinnock?
Absolutely. Hey?
Now, it's been good to see, and we're seeing a couple of the regions, they're starting to arrive early today. We've had the Nepean Open men's side just turn up. I had to say good day to Michael Thorne. So, looking forward to bringing you more coverage across the rest of the campaign. It's a lay day tomorrow, and then we're back on Friday with more action here at the Interregion. Paul Rogers, once again, he's figured this out pretty quickly.
Interesting to compare the wide hand coming back in this direction. As you said, the clubhouse does block the wind a little bit, but they're still taking plenty of grass.
Yeah, I think you find it's getting a kind of a more truer turn and not that hooky turn back this way. So it'd be similar grass, just slightly different characteristic of turn.
Well, Riggs asked Paul Rogers to flip it over. And potentially just play enough weight to grab that jack. Just a yard or so here. Do you like, boys? Good confident draw.
Pretty good path here.
Well, Paul Rogers, he's got the shot bowl, clunked it through. Probably made 2 shots. Peter Schroeder. What servo did he pinch those sunglasses from, do you reckon?
He's in the area again here, I think, too.
Well, he just goes and bonks it straight back in there. Peter Schroeder, good finish at the end. That'll be number 1, though.
He's another one.
No, it won't.
No. He's another one that should know the conditions here himself. Steve Pell, a couple others in this Manning team. They've been up here for a fair bit of RSL bowls, they have been. So inner service competitions and friendship days that we've hosted. And these guys have come up, so they'll know the conditions out there pretty well.
So you're saying they know their way around the club fairly well too, Joe, is that what you...
They do know how to map their way around here, yeah.
Well, it's a good club. Andrew Lynn's causing havoc down there. His cup of tea is going to spill all through the computer. I thought you said there was no liquids on this desk, Andrew.
Oh, my word.
This is a well-grassed bowl here.
Well, Dale Snow, he is using a set of premiers, so they're likely to be tight, but that's a still big finish
Yeah.
for those. They're Super 10s even, so a tight bowl on a lot of surfaces, but not this one.
What's Rigg looking at here, promoting a few of his own up?
So I just said, yeah, you can sort of get it through the pack.
Well, let's see how he goes. Not sure if it's going to pull back, but he's got into that pack.
Well,
Just needed more weight to do that promotion work there. It's probably a bit trickier, that weight down that tighter side, Nick. You know, trying to give it that extra 2 metres. That's when you get that hang. So, still trying to get, push into the head but not be wide. It's pretty tricky down that side.
well, this is a good one here. Kicks it across. That is Peter Schroeder with the catch. And neatly sort of locked away there.
Dale Snow.
This is the replay, and you can see there, tickles the jack round the corner. Peter Schroeder catching. Stuart Rigg gives a reluctant clap. He might go searching through the backhand again. He's saying there's a bit of a lottery out the back.
There might be all against him if he goes hard up on the...
Yeah, it goes too big. I'm just looking at the window and I can't see a southeast bowl
No.
at the back of the rink. So
He may look to plant one there first.
sort of played in reverse a little bit here, Chabot.
Yeah, possibly. Or try the dead draw, but he's out on a very high line, so I'm assuming he's running for cover to start with.
Well,
Wasn't that high a line?
No. No.
doesn't want to
Got
cross
back.
the line. It's
Wow.
Like a berm in a skate park coming off that bank there.
that's the velodrome hand, clearly. So there is another bowl at the back of the rink, just out of camera shot. It's the green and black Aero Evolve of Johnny Marshall. Andrew's doing the right thing for us and just giving us, you can see the top of that one there. So Rigg now has sort of second best back. But the way that jack's going to spill, you don't really trust that that's going to come into the argument.
Well, if Joppo gets down, he's got to get up just around that.
Stay that
He
side of
got
the
around
line,
it.
though.
Wow.
Well, he's considering it.
What's the count on the head, do we think?
I think it's only one.
Just the one?
Yeah.
2 orange bowls, yeah.
I think you take your medicine here. It could go horribly wrong.
Well, with how much swings out there, there's a chance, to just try to, draw it cold, even get a double toucher, right, and,
Yep.
and we'll call it a 0.
Yeah. Looks
I
as
think-
though he's going to play it, though.
He just pointed to a bowl in that pack of 3 there on the right-hand side, didn't he?
Well,
He doesn't want this to jar on that shot bowl and kick sideways.
yeah, hard one when you don't have last say as well. Because if it does spit out in the open, the player of the capability of Paul Jopson, your back will improve things.
It's not crazy weight anyway, so...
Oh, it's going to get away on him too, I think.
Yep.
No, he was only trying to turn the orange one up by the looks of that weight.
And you can see there's probably a way he through there, gets the inside scrub off the red onto the orange, maybe, but I think they've declared it. Paul Jopson said, I'm not going anywhere near that either. So one shot it is to Manning. Darryl Webster's had a good start. He picked up a 3 the first end, and as well as that, it was 1 to Stephen Harris. So
Manning got the jump early.
Manning, yeah, best out of the trap. But with at least 63 ends to be played out here. And after what we've seen so far this week, the prospect of an extra end is always looming, isn't it? We had your game, Warren, and went down to the final bowl. We had the game this morning, went down to almost the final bowl.
Yes, and I know in our section as well, there was a number of close games during sectional play, so competition very tough.
Well, as we know, there's no ordinary teams at this event. It is a selected event. It's a representative event. It's a showcase for the state selectors. And there's the good sides and there's the really, really good sides, right? Mike Mitchell has put that in a good home. Into the tee. Interesting to see the players are favouring playing with the wind here. Trusting that it will get back to the middle. Maybe they feel that they're fighting it a little bit coming the other direction.
Can be a little gusty, that breeze too, Nick, so you can get one that will turn, one that will just hold straight. So just like anywhere, trust the windy side is generally the truer side.
Mike Mitchell plays out of Club Nowra, former home to one of your good mates, Glenn Dixon.
Mr. Dicko, yeah.
Another one who's doing a good job up this way. Your predecessor in this role, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, he is, and doing some good work now at Club Northaven, Dicko is. He'll be up here during the week, coming to catch up with a few boys, I think.
He didn't get a start in the Mid-North Coast side, did he?
No. I think he's just coming up to have a bit of a watch, I believe, so.
I said there were good sides and really good sides. Maybe if Dicko's in it, there isn't.
Keep an eye on the comments, everybody.
He'll be listening. No, it's good. I mean, these events...
He'll be watching this, actually. Southeast is the area he's from, obviously. So
well, exactly right, yeah. An old Ulladulla boy, Glenn Dixon, and it's one of the great things about this event, right, is it's an opportunity to catch up with people who are, you may have played with or against over the years, scattered all across the state. Share a story and a nail and a tall tale probably as well.
Yes, we were discussing that in our review meeting, shall I call it, yesterday, late last night. Yes, how it's such a good event, as you say, meet up with people again that probably haven't seen until this event last year. But plenty of friendships made on and off the green. I was saying to Andrew earlier when we were discussing about the teams, how it's a bit of a unique event because the region selectors get another group of people who qualify each year. So always a few changes in sides. So you see that wide hand, really, again, not a bowl. Staying on the high side so far. Let's see what Snow can do here.
Yet to see a bowl, but in all honesty, in this direction, they need to get out to that T mark.
Yes, right.
They do. It's where it's got to be. Right out to that T mark.
Plenty of grass required.
Still not wide enough.
On the tight side from Nutter. There's a few getting past the head now too as well. I wonder whether or not the players are just growing in confidence or growing in power.
Still a
Oh,
bit
that
of-
green's just getting quicker and quicker, Jace. I mean,
I think
it's still quarter
feels
past two.
Yeah, we're still in round one, like in a boxing match. I think there's still a little bit of sparring going on, just trying to work a little bit out.
Yeah.
That's a very good bowl there.
Good here, Dale Snow. That's going to be number one and probably a count of 3 or 4 to Manning Great Lakes.
Well,
Kevin Nuttall's on a better line, but
yeah, still not enough though.
got a couple to run into here, though.
Lacking only a foot or two of weight. See a replay of the Dale Snow draw shot to add to the count.
And see there, the widest he got was probably nearly a metre from the tee.
Yeah.
And those tee lines in the opposite direction.
And
Cut
I
the
mean,
head.
he did cut the head. He's using Super 10s, though, so anybody with a set that turns will
Yeah.
have to get it out.
Absolutely.
You know, no one's going to have a set as tight as those, I wouldn't have thought.
Let's see what Jopson can do, what line he takes here. Has he learnt from watching all them bowls from the other end? Well, he's thrown it out there.
Probably one of the wider ones we've seen so far.
Yeah. And he's just going to run through.
Getting all the way back too, so there we go.
Yeah. Just out of the count, I would think. Hard to tell from our angles here.
One thing you could tell, it was the right bit of a track, though. Stuart Rigg.
Gonna
This looks
hold.
hot.
It's just hot, yeah, that's right.
Well, pressure mounting here. And Jopson's going for a look to.
Is there something on here?
Well, the best one I favour for.
I think he's looking if he grabs the jack. 4 down at the back. Signal there by Snow.
Yeah, the best for Southeast is the red bowl to the left of the head there, and it's probably third shot at best. But they have identified there is a number building at the back of the rink. Now, it is a bare jack, so it's not necessarily something Stuart Rigg will be playing for, but if the jack does spill, there is some danger if it gets back past the tee.
Yes, never believe the opposition can't play the shot. Jopson swapping over. Looks like he will be looking for the cover. Just needs a clear run now, which I think he's got.
Oh, it might be a bit too clear unless he
he's
gets...
going to land a bowl. And he did.
Andrew's just going to bring that camera back for us a little bit so we can see what is going on at the back. But I think Stuart will back himself to park one a bit closer to it. Oh, that's an aggressive track.
Oh, yeah. It's going to get away very quickly. Well, Manning a bit of a count here.
Yes, for sure.
So 3 have come out.
Taking away 3. Snow wants more. We might have a handful the way they're looking here. They're doing the dance.
4.
This is the part I like, when they do the fingers and then they get down to measure anyway.
I like the dance, fingers, and then the measure. Let's go straight to the measure.
It was 5. So that was the threat, and it's for Manning Great Lakes.
Oh, wow.
Big pick up early on.
Yeah. I mean, the good thing for Southeast is that there's plenty of time, right?
Yeah.
You're not dropping them on the 20th end. But got to stay within Kui. And I think for Rigg, he'll be a little bit disappointed with himself and his troops there. As nobody was able to nail that end. And, you know, the consistent issue. Everybody missed tight, everybody missed tight, everybody missed through. So, early enough though in the game, chance to recompose, reset.
Interesting, John Marshall there electing the narrow side of the green for the opening bowl on in number 4.
Well, if it's such a difficult hand, you probably want to get to it first to give your team options later on, don't you? We'll see that a lot. I mean, if the opposition gets in there first on that tight hand, close it down for you, you've got one hand to play. Your options are limited later on. So.
For sure. Yep.
Some nice little bit of turn there, though. So.
There is, yes, certainly is.
Good crowd outside too, there is, underneath the undercover here, along the bank side of the green. Nice little undercover barbecue area there, and it's a chock-a-block full of spectators.
Well, I mean, where else would you rather be? Wednesday afternoon, Club Yamba Bowling Club, watching the bowls, having a cool treat, cup of tea. Those Powerades are still selling like hotcakes, I noticed out there, Chase.
Absolutely. Put the call out. I sent an email out to our members at like 5:30 this morning. We opened up greens 1 and 3 for roll-ups because we shut down our social program this week. Our members love getting on our greens, and put the call out, and there was a bit of a line-up as soon as 10 o'clock hit this morning. It was good to see our members be able to get out there and use our facilities too during this event.
So Peter Schroeder's just donked John Marshall a little bit closer.
Yeah.
Rogers, he's going to persevere. Southeast have got a plan with this wider hand, and that looks to be tight.
Tight as. Schroeder on a good line again here.
Just running. Will he land that? Oh. Finishes in a good home, though. Schroeder does.
Poor Rogers still looks tight. Just getting punished, anything that's not well grasped.
Yeah. I think there might be a conversation from the skipper on the crossover here, and guys, look, wide is better than tighter. Come on.
Yep.
You know, and see they're coming back.
Just a reminder to everybody, the TAB Platinum Pennant Tipping Competition is back for Season 3. Bragging rights will go on the line as tipsters battle it out for the top spot. If you can tip your way to the top of the TAB Platinum Pennant competition, you can win yourself a custom set of Drake's Pride bowls. Register now and submit your tips for Season 3 of the Platinum Pennant, TAB Platinum Pennant, of course, which gets underway on Friday, the 27th of February. Link is going to be in our description. And get in soon. Warren Shipley, we'll see you in action for the...
You will, for the soldiers.
For the creatively named Soldiers Point Soldiers.
Yes, yes. I'll have more trouble with the scoring app than I will with the bowls, I would imagine.
Speaking of which, it seems to have been taken up pretty well here, Shippo, during this event. A lot of first-timers using the scoring app.
Yeah, there's been a couple of minor hiccups. We had one of the seconds battery go flat with an end to go. And then one of the Manning guys, the lead, was doing the scoring for the second. And he'd wanted to play his bowls first before he done the app, and then it was our second's turn to play, so he wanted to play before he done the app, so bit of a delay there, but we're getting there.
Oh, look, it's the first time we know that there's some improvements yet to be made with this scoring app, but it's a credit to the players, and it gives us these great outcomes for the viewers wherever you're watching around the world. Live scoring on the Bowls Inc. results portal. Platinum Pennant will be on there as well. 27th of February, you can check out all the season fixtures on the Platinum Pennant Hub on the Bowls New South Wales website. great to welcome the Charlestown Tigers and the Soldiers Point Soldiers into the competition this year. Jopson's going to look to add on here. Probably another decent count.
He's just a little underdone here, isn't he?
For Manning Great Lakes, yeah, there's a
Just a little under.
hole to slide through. And your club as well, Chipper, you're going to be hosting Magic Round for Platinum Pennant. So
Yeah,
everybody's
round 2.
going to go up for round 2 at Soldiers Point. Stuart Rigg slides under again.
Yeah, it's the 28th of February. We'll have 2 games morning session kicking off at 11 and 4 in the afternoon at 4 p.m. starting. We're encouraging our local pennant competition to be played that day to contact your opponents and kick off your game a bit earlier that day so you can get up and see some good bowls.
Well, we see a good one there from Jopson, and big pressure on the big Rigg here.
Let's give it another count here.
Well, he's lobbed this out on a
Yeah, this is the area you got to be.
He's close here too.
better track.
To get back down to that.
Oh, he's just pushed it.
Push it through.
Wow. Manning Great Lakes, they're going to take a heap of these out. 1, 2, 3 at least.
More to come, is there? That might be it. That's it.
So 3 shots only. That's probably a bit of a blessing in disguise. I think Southeast were lucky to get out of that, only dropping a 3. And it's 9-1 early doors.
I'd like to thank Bowls New South Wales too for granting Soldiers Point the magic round, because I've copped nothing but grief since that's been announced, thinking that my connections at Bowls New South Wales was the reason Soldiers Point got that event.
Hey, it was that big bag, a wheelbarrow full of money that you got off at least instance shot, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
No, look, Soldiers Point's a magnificent facility, and it's a fantastic place to be taking all the games. We really look forward to that.
Got a brand new surface too under the roof. Just been in probably a month now.
And playing very nicely.
Playing nice, yeah. We had a team get together a couple of weeks ago. Quite good.
Well,
which is unfortunate because probably the opposition players won't need to come to terms with some of the tricks the old green used to play. So
Lost your home ground advantage, mate.
Something like that.
well, that's better there from Mike Mitchell. He's changed to the tight hand, and I think it's probably a good decision. Maybe there's a little bit of a get-together from Southeast. And they said, well, we're not playing this wide hand really good. Let's try the other way.
Yeah.
That's nearly right out to the tee, this one. Let's see how far this comes back.
It's getting bashed by the breeze at the
Bashed
end
by
there.
the wind late.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty good. Said more value to be wide than narrow there.
And as you said, Nick, 9-1 down after 4. Something had to change. So we've had a bit of a discussion.
Now, it's good that they've jumped on it early, though. They haven't persevered with a plan that clearly wasn't working for them. Mike Mitchell gets a turn out of his own. That'll be pretty good. Might bump it in enough for shot. Be close. Be less close now that it's fallen over. Well, Joppo might need another friendly reminder from Mr. Hodges. He goes for a lap out there. You can appreciate the excitement, though. He's got his team through to what seemed an unlikely finals appearance. And then from an unlikely finals appearance all the way through to what maybe was an unlikely final.
Yeah.
So,
We've got a medal. Just depends what colour it is now.
Paul Rogers, you can see what he's looking to do there. Just promote either of the blue bowls of Mike Mitchell. Just overplayed it a fraction.
Schroeder's probably one of the few that's picked up this grass line fairly quickly.
Yeah, he's out well again. Just steaming through a little bit here, though.
It's going to be easy to do.
Yeah.
Don't have to miss your weight by a lot, and it's going to get absolutely punished. So, Paul Rogers now. Rescues here, Andrew, as he changes the picture for us. He takes too much off.
Well, he's hung around, which is better.
Stayed up, yep. Second prize at the back. So easy to do when you lose the first one, or you've got to play the first one too big, is to get a bit tight, get a bit cute with that second bowl. Rogers, to his credit, gave that one a chance again.
Snow, you see already, Jopson doesn't believe it's wide enough, but it's still coming.
It's a Super 10, it's wide enough. Well, how risky does Stuart Rigg want to play this? I think he's still talking, yep, we're going to just turn the blue through.
Yeah, blue couple of rolls, land a maroon, you can hang around. Another one in there. Build the target a bit bigger.
Quite an aggressive line. He's going to need some weight on this to hold.
Well, he's
Got the hole.
got that. The jack would have been handy,
Oh.
but only a big bit of it.
Yes.
That little kiss, almost the kiss of death there, wasn't it? Just the jack going the wrong way. Well, that's going to be a really good home. Dale Snow, he's parked that. Pretty handily.
So they've been called down for a look. Come and have a look at what shot you're going to be playing.
I think he's been called down for a pep talk
Yeah.
too. The body language of Rigg there.
Yeah. Get your backside down here.
So come on, mate. We really need you to lift here. It's a good thing to do, though, right? Like you can't let things continue the way they're going. Let's have a chat. Let's have a change. Let's reassess, refocus. Sometimes you just need that, don't you, Jace? Some time off the rink or the time on the rink to be, given a
You could put an appeal in about the conditions if you like to.
a kind word.
That's it.
Sometimes
I put a pearl in yesterday after we were beaten. It wasn't wet enough.
Conditions were too good.
Yeah, that's it.
No, it is a good way of just trying to change things up a bit.
This is about it from Kevin Nutter in terms of the line. Still the pace, though.
As I tell my teammates when we're discussing a shot, it's only fear and ability stopping you from playing it. So Manning's holding a few again here.
Again, our favourites, at least two. And that white bowl at the back of the rink's probably closer than we give credit for. Southeast best of the two blues of Mike Mitchell at the front. So not a lot for Stuart Rigg to do here.
It could be as many as 4 that they're holding here. What's Jopson doing? Is he just drawing, heading to the count? Or is he going? No, he's going towards the back.
Yeah,
It's okay.
Third's happy. So
I can't see how Rigg can get at it though, Jace. Here.
Yeah, well,
I mean, there's a way through the front, but the risk is that you lose the front bowls and then it's...
Yeah.
it's one of those, you can always shut your eyes, mate. And,
Yeah, well, there's
let
that.
one rip.
Yeah.
Anything can happen.
Yeah, the way they're swinging there, it's a weight critical shot if you're on that wider hand too.
Yep. Looks like he's going to line up hard on the tighter hand, I think, but look at that.
Roll on the way.
More direct into that funnel and see what happens.
Pretty good from Rigg. He's got one
He
out.
misses that and he's close.
Whittled out.
He played that pretty well.
Well, he's opening up for his next one anyway.
So somebody's being very kind on the stream. Barbara's saying 60 is the new 40. Some of these guys look so fit and youthful looking. Well, there you go.
That must have been my drowned rat look the other day, mate.
I'm sure Kira O'Shea's got a stack of photos of you looking absolutely sensational. They'll be all up on the members only section of the Bowls New South Wales website. All right, well, looks like Rigg's going to go this again.
Big bowl here.
Well, the kill's looking the most likely if he can get it through the gate.
As he tugged it, he has. Ooh.
Well, let's see it. Could be 4.
Well, if that back one came out, then I think the front one and the wide one are big chances. Yep. 4 it is. Well, massive, huge start here. And Manning Great Lakes punishing some pretty sloppy, you'd say, bowls from Southeast. It's hard to say anything not kinder than that.
It's been 12 in 3 ends.
13-1 now, Paul Jopson rink. They've definitely adapted to the conditions out here this afternoon much better than their opposition. And I think for the opposition, they'd just be looking to try and win an end and then have a discussion about lengths, I'd imagine. Yeah, well,
we've seen some of the different tactics that have been played on this rink throughout the event, Jason, and I like particularly, this is what Nepean Highlanders were doing yesterday, you know, trying to get out of that breeze, get out of that channel, so moving the mat right up at the far end, and then just trying to stay down here towards where the camera is to give yourself maximum protection and therefore probably the most reliable turn with your bowls. Oh, Mike Mitchell, this could be timely here.
Playing around the clock too.
Yes, isn't he? Yeah.
That's got to be difficult.
Oh, yeah. This one might just swing away a little bit. It's not bad, though.
Yeah, notice that slight difference on what we're calling the narrow hand coming back in this direction because of that protection up this end. You're getting that little bit more turn, a little bit more finish on them.
Shane Quinlivan has picked up a couple of shots there. Southeast. Margin's only 10, it's 12 on this rink though, and that's the costly one.
They may get back plenty of time.
Barbara's saying, you've always looked youthful, Shippo. I didn't realise your burner account had Barbara's name on it.
Always said Barbara's a very good judge too.
There you go. What a great bowl here.
Well, pressure on once again, Manning Great Lakes.
Schroeder's been very consistent in the opening 5 ends of this final so far.
Well, this looks like a reasonable track here from Paul Rogers. Stuart Rigg's getting more interested. And this is why.
Well
Gets
played.
the jack, gets it over. That's Mike Mitchell catching over there. One shot. Oh, a sigh of relief you feel from Stuart Rigg. We're holding shot at last.
Yeah. Been a little while.
But this man has done some damage. Peter Schroeder. That will not be wide enough, surely.
No, I think he missed the line a tad.
Yeah, he has.
Got a bit on it.
He has got a bit on it, hasn't he?
I don't know if he was going to be instructed to go and rip the shot bowl out there, but perhaps a little rush of blood, change of hands. Yeah, Paul Rogers, can you back up your great last bowl? And give Stuart Rigg something to work with.
I think he's grasped this really well now, so...
Down to the speed, you reckon, Jace?
Yep, that's all it is.
Well, that's very good.
2 crackers.
Just what was needed for the Southeast team, and...
Give their players a bit of a lift there.
Yeah, easy to start panicking almost, isn't it? Early in the game, you feel like nothing's going your way. You're not getting the bowl away and getting into the areas that you like.
Look, overall, there's 10 shots in the main board, and this rink is 12-shot difference. So the other 2 rinks are actually going really well for Southeast at this stage. So these 4 guys just got to get together and start getting into their work.
Well, this is not a fair track as well.
Very fair track, Nick.
Jason Pinnock, this is going to go right up to the jack. Well,
What a reply.
That's a battery flattener.
I think you've got to play this pretty positive. Sit the bowl, trail the jack into the pit.
Aggressive line here, Nick. Hopefully he's got the aggressive weight to hold.
Might turn his own up onto it here.
Well,
That's going to
his
be best.
own. Yep.
Best case scenario. So at least 2 seconds for Southeast. And yeah, the call is you beat them to it.
Yeah.
turn the bowl, trail the jack. Both good results here for Manning now.
Yeah, and that white bowl is a toucher as well, so a few rolls out of that.
Dale Snow, that's an aggressive track,
Yes,
as we know, but he's got a tight set of bowls.
Well, he's shredded right down through the gap there.
They certainly hold their line, them bowls.
But you can see the weight that he was looking to play was, to beat Southeast to it, because, the first one to get to this jack will win the end, you feel.
Yep. What kinds of weights you got on this one? Just going to die under again. Is he going to get a result off his own?
Ooh.
Not quite.
Yeah, it's a hard one to get to, though, because it's a fair way away. The mat, maybe a couple of metres up the line. As we have a look on the replay here, this is Paul Rogers, who you felt had set this up nicely earlier. His first bowl was a toucher and moved the jack across to the wing here. His second bowl goes and parks it inside a foot. Back live now, and you can see that bowl's no longer the shot.
No, it's not wide enough anymore from Jopson either.
This is starting to look like the pre-game when all the bowls were on the bank. This was the response from Dale Snow. And this is the bowl that's set up the end for Manning Great Lakes, giving them a chance, as you say, took all the air out of the balloon. So, as we go back live, I think Stuart Rigg, I don't know that he'll pussyfoot around with this. I think he might go quicker than what we've seen from Kevin Nutter.
Yeah, 2 seconds. Few to work with.
Quick but wide, unfortunately.
It wasn't a heap quicker. Well, this is the sort of line where it might run into something. But which bowl is it going to be, and what result can he get? Paul Jopson, he's got the inside that really hasn't changed things much.
No mucking around from Rigg on the mat, ready to go.
I mean, he knows the shot he wants to play. There may have been an argument to go screaming at it on the forehand if you have that sort of power, but
He's dropped his weight off.
Oh, hasn't he what? Yep.
for Stuart Rigg,
Disappointed with that.
one shot to Manning Great Lakes.
Stop the bleeding to a little bit.
But it's another end for Manning, and
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? You know, every end that ticks over is another, another end closer to the finish line, and one end fewer that Southeast have to endeavour to catch up. Let me see. Well, Manning have got a length that they like. Jack right back near the tee. Matt,
And you switch back to the wide hand.
3 or 4 metres up the line. Well,
Interesting move.
when you've been playing the
There
way
you go.
you've been playing like the way that John Marshall has, you've got a few credits in the bank. You can do whatever you like.
Yeah.
He'll have a left-handed one next and between his legs, and who knows?
Yeah. Mitchell continues with his around-the-clock forehand. How far is this one getting back?
Well, it looks a reasonable track. Maybe just a little high, a little light. Andrew Lynn's passed me his phone again. You know, there's lots of smut on the internet, Andrew, particularly when you know where to look. Now, we need to say that this championship action is proudly presented by Goodwin Aged Care Services, the official aged care services partner of Bowls, New South Wales. From Canberra to Batemans Bay, Goodwin is delivering trusted home care and retirement living across the Greater Capital Region. If you or a loved one is ready for the best in aged care, click the link in the description now. Goodwin, the better life choice. I even got the tagline out. Andrew?
That's a beautiful radio voice, Nick, you've got there.
That's a good head for it too, isn't it? It was a voice for print journalism, I was once told, but yet I find myself here alongside the great Warren Shipley and Jason Pinnock. Nick Hind is my name. You're here with us on the Bowls New South Wales YouTube feed. It's the men's senior inter-region. This is the final, and it's Southeast region up against Manning Great Lakes. And we're watching Stuart Rigg take on Paul Jopson, and it's Manning Great Lakes, Paul Jopson's team, who is doing a bit of a Jopson on the big rig. They've just punished some, as I say, probably some sloppy bowls from Southeast who haven't been able to pick up either the pace or the grass line. You can see here, well grassed.
Yeah, that's a great bowl there.
And well weighted. And Rigg saying, thank you, mate.
Let's see if they can hang on.
There was a 5 next door to Stephen Harris.
We did hear a bit of a crowd cheer out there when you were giving our sponsors a plug there, Nick. Big cheer went up out there, and we now know why.
Well,
Oh,
Peter Schroeder, he's
what a response from the Schroeds, eh?
been very good. Finally, Southeast get a really good shot, and it's just almost feels as though no shot's good enough.
2 ends in a row. The orange bowl has got the shot and been displaced. Can he get it back?
Well, he's out on a good track.
He's got the first bit right, yep.
Just overcooked it again.
Yeah. Andrew Lynn miming, eating pasta there. Bit too strong. Was that eating pasta, Andrew, that you were miming for us? What was this? It's good when Andrew Lynn's mime for running looks like eating pasta. I mean, it's been nice working with me, hasn't it?
Snow on a pretty decent line here.
For these Super 10s.
He's going a bit too, but I think I go astray. They hold first and third at present. What can Nutter do here? Needs to build this head a bit. They're just running on.
Another one's going to land in the beach. Don't forget, champion singles nominations do close on the 11th of February, so not much time left. Make sure you're playing your final this weekend. And get your entry in for the champion singles coming up across 5 clubs in the Sydney metropolitan area. Club Mount Lewis will be our primary host this year.
Which only leaves St John's Park, I think, to go.
Well, it's a fair home at the back of the rink there. Stuart Rigg saying, Kevin, come and draw that off for me, please, mate.
Stuart, he hasn't had much to work with, unfortunately. He's only had the odd bowl in the head most of the time.
Doesn't want to get this orange one out.
It has been a concern for Southeast when they've had one close. That's all it is one.
It's only one. Yeah.
That needs to change quickly because a player of Joppo's ability, he'll end up jumping on that in a couple of times.
And he's looking at it already,
and it could
too.
blow right out.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's looking straight at that orange bowl.
And at the back of the rink, there is a couple of bowls that belong to many Great Lakes. The backest bowl is Paul Rogers, though, so probably won't go crazy looking to belt this out of the head.
Jopson looking for the orange bowl.
But the orange bowl or a jack trail of 2 feet might work really well for Manning Great Lakes as well. He's very close to just drawing it out.
Drawing. Well, draw it. Wow. That'll do it. We'll add to the count.
Well, and again, this lack of bowls from Southeast in the head makes things hard. There might be a chance to sort of swing for the shot bowls and the jack, but you play it wide and you plant your own bowl out of the head here, Stuart Rigg, and it's going to look really ugly again. So I think probably something pretty similar to what was just played. He's lining up on the backhand.
He is too.
Looks like an aggressive line too, is it? No. It's a tight
it is.
line.
That is an aggressive line. That's nearly a swinging line.
Yeah. Turn the back on it.
He's just completely missed his line.
Well, that might have been one of those ones where if you've got 2 ideas in your head, you kind of play a bit of both and you get none. So
Jopson just signalling there the draw around that short blue bowl. Try and draw back to the orange.
Well, I mean, if you can repeat what he did last time,
That'll work.
that'd be pretty good too. It's not like it's a big fat target, and if you can get another one in there, they'll be locked in.
It's a bit wide this time, though.
It's Peter Schroeder who can chip across, but he hasn't quite done that. Another catcher. If Rigg does happen to grab the jack on the backhand, if he gets the jack down the line, it could be disaster. I almost think he's better off looking to swing on the forehand. If you happen to miss tight, well, so be it. But Andrew Lynn's pointing what he wants to do. He's got the telestrator out.
Yes.
But the risk is, of
That
course,
is.
that bowl.
Yeah, he can't be driving at that.
I'm thinking, well, as I say, the risk is, if it's a confident draw, if it's anything past the tee, the risk is you spill the jack back and go 4 down. So, tough shot here for Stuart Rigg.
Has changed hands on the forehand. Got the players interested.
Well, looking to just sort of stone cold it.
He's just got to hold to that line now. He's played
Well, that's exactly what I said might happen, and that's going to be 4.
That is painful.
Oh, ouch.
Just you feel for the bloke because he played a pretty good bowl, right? But there was always that risk if you get any movement of the jack down the line. There was very few at the back of the rink that Southeast could do anything with.
So they've taken 2 out. This is a measure for 3.
Geez, I like that white bowl from where we're standing.
Missed the signal then.
And Andrew Lynn's very confident it was only 2 shots. So again, perhaps a little bit of luck. It was 2 down to 2 down for Stuart Rigg, but that looked like it could have almost gone much, much worse. But this is the, this is the risk, right? When there's very little in the head.
Yep.
Those perfect bowls need to be absolutely perfect. They can't just be good.
With the scoreline as it is, yes.
So the other end, Shane Quinlivan trails Stephen Harris 5 shots to Southeast and Shane Quinlivan. Stephen Harris 6 shots for Manning Great Lakes. Kenny Snowden trails Darryl Webster 2 shots to 6 through 6 completed ends over there. So realistically, it's a big road back. Even this early in the contest, we do say it is early, but on what we've seen so far, it's going to take a real reversal of fortune for Southeast Region to better their best finish in this competition. They were runners-up once as Zone 7, 2020. And for Manning Great Lakes, we believe this is their first time as a senior inter-region. They could claim the title. Andrew Lynn, our bowls encyclopedia, is rifling through his brain. He can't remember a time that they've won it. But certainly as Manning Great Lakes region in the inter-region competition with these boundaries. We see Mike Mitchell and big applause from a few other Southeast fans outside. They've had little to cheer for so far.
There's a little bit of a local flavour of fans for the Southeast here too, Nick. Got the Arndell family here at Yamba. They from down around that way.
From Ulladulla originally, yes.
Yep. So local flavour and support out there for the Southeasties.
A couple of your members here, Stephen and Rebecca Gregg, of course, from down that way, yep. And one of your good bartenders, my man Brett, was he's furnished me very nicely over the years at the Lake Jindabyne Hotel.
A lot of the South Coasties have migrated to the North Coast.
Well, look, I can see the appeal, Jace. You've got a magnificent club, magnificent facilities, a beautiful town. The house that we're staying at is absolutely delightful. I see Paul Rogers, he's missed the weight with that one.
So you're going to get a chance to get out and about, check out the waves, Nick.
I've been down to the beach. I've taken myself for a little lap down there of a morning and checked it out. Yes, tomorrow, a little bit of a down day. I do have a Bowls-Link National Working Party meeting at 11 o'clock, of course. They run for about 90 minutes, so that's taking out the best part of my morning. And then, of course, the managers' meeting here at 3:15, just in time for my roll-up at 3:30. So we'll be running a tight ship tomorrow at the managers' meeting here. 15 minutes in and out.
That's all right. We did see you get a few ends in today, so...
I got all the bad ones out today. Scott Matheson was asking if he can guarantee that you'll see good bowls from me on the stream before.
A fairly loose end, this one. Probably the worst end we've had from both teams so far.
Well, Southeast holding it too, but it's certainly not a good 2 as yet. Jopson's more interested in this one.
Just running a little bit, is he? Or,
did its best work late, but so just a fraction too much pasture on that one. Well, this looks more aggressively grassed. Doesn't want to get to this jack though. Really, movement is not great for Southeast. Slides past. If you're going to get behind it, you want to get around the high side there, not the low side.
Yeah.
Well left.
It's probably not a bad home where it has landed though now for Kevin Nutter. If there is a trail, gets a big piece of the jack, it can go that way. As we see, Joppo saying, "Oh, come on, mate, that's not where I want you."
No, you've got to give them chances, especially when you're down.
This looks to be better paddock here from Kevin Nutter. Stuart Rigg's much more interested. And yeah, he's rounded it up. That's finished in a much better home.
It'll be a counter too.
Very likely.
So Manny, when combined with Hunter in the old Zone 6, won in 2011.
There we are. So Andrew Lynn has told us in 2011, Manning, when they were part of the Hunter region, when they were playing in the same playing area, won in 2011. That was the senior interregion, Andrew?
Correct.
So Andrew's encyclopedic knowledge coming to the fore, as is his beautiful camera skills, bringing you these great pictures of Paul Jopson just sliding under.
That'll be second shot though.
For Stuart Rigg, probably not a really attractive head to be looking at as he wanders down to the business end.
No.
I'm pretty sure it was still Metro when it was Zone 11 won in 2012.
We'll see what Rigg can do here. Can he add to the count? May be able to see a piece of Jopson's bowl on the other hand if Jopson fails with his next one. But is he going to be in the count or is he going to wreck? Oh, he's just slipped through. Well,
It was a nice piece of weight, but he's got
yeah,
a couple of bowls higher there, and he gives himself a chance.
I wonder if he can get back.
Yeah, you can see where he wanted it.
Yeah.
If there's enough borrow out there, Warren Shipley, to get and punch that, but I mean, it's got to go a fair way to get out of the count at this stage.
It does. It does, but we'll see what Jopson does with this one. 15 behind after 7 ends, southeast. Jopson on a good line again here too.
Yeah, this is all down to his weight now, Shippo.
Well, Stuart Rigg, reluctant applause. But again, just
Wow.
a little bit of finish. Oh, jeez, I mean, if you're Stuart Rigg, he almost tempted to just put this in your pocket so you can't bugger it up, right? and it's I mean, we laugh about it, but just the way things have been going with the value of getting one, we have the mat now, not you. We're
Throw
running
a
out.
wide one.
Yeah.
Throw a wide one. Don't cross the line even, you know.
Yeah, really lob this out.
Have a
Got to
practice
play
shot
it
here.
safe.
Absolutely.
Wrong guys.
And he has done,
I like his line.
Yeah.
as
If he
you
can-
suggested, Chase.
He's only got to get
He's played
half
this-
a foot inside the line and close to counting. He's probably got in a lot further than he thought there too. But
Righto, let's see the team talk and
All
what we're
right.
going to do with this
Here he
mat here.
comes.
Here he and the whole team will be assembled
Yes.
here. I've played plenty with Stuart Rigg. He had a couple of years at Jindabyne. And the team will be assembled. Pep talk. What's the plan here,
You don't think
gents?
it's what are we doing for dinner tonight or anything like that?
It won't be a spray. It won't be a dinner talk. This will be bowls, and it'll be very serious.
All right.
What are we doing? And Mike Mitchell, he's gone and parked the jack a fair bit further up the line than what we've seen, and I expect this won't be anywhere near the tee.
Yeah, well, I wonder if they watched Central Coast yesterday at all. Central Coast, sorry, Nepean. I thought it might have been a tactic they might have went to when Nepean
Well, it's gonna
did
be on
everything.
the tee.
Nepean did everything to keep that jack away from the wind
See
and the
Rigg-
mat away from the wind. So
Yeah. And that's the tactic that I like here, Jace. You can see Rigg's body language as the jack went sailing past him.
Yeah.
That's not what they were talking about here. But you put it there, you park one on it, and you'll be forgiven. you'll only get 15 years, not life.
Well, short-term memory loss is a common thing in the senior.
Could be worse. Short-term memory loss could be something.
Well,
So both players are playing around the clock, one on the back end and one on the forehand.
it's curious, isn't it?
And I like the backhand round the clock better. I think it's truer.
Yeah, I think more forgiving, but see, well,
There you go. The man
Johnny
up is in
Marshall.
the trick there.
Johnny Marshall, he's gone and run that one into the beach. It didn't have a lot of brakes on it even by the time it got there as well. So
Spinnaker was well and truly up.
that rhythm he's built on that Manning Great Lakes preferred length. Well, Mike Mitchell, he's done the first part right. He's got past his first, but really need to get all the way to the jack there.
Let's see. The biggest corrections are generally the easiest.
Well,
He's left this one well short.
And this is, we spoke about that just before, this is very easy to do. I've lost the first one, don't lose the second. Oh dear. Well, chance for Southeast here. Get this jack first. Paul Rogers, he's playing the wide hand. And those orange XGs, they will take plenty.
Yep.
Out there, he might need to thunder into Mike Mitchell to get a good result here.
Ended up okay.
Finished okay.
The trees aren't swinging as violently as we saw on Monday. I was concerned the one was going to come crashing down, but you tell me, Jason, that they've been standing for 1,000 years, some of these.
There's only been lightning hurt one of them, mate. Wind hasn't affected any of them yet.
Tough climate to be a tree. Well, Stuart Rigg's been complimented by Dawn. Don't know any over 60s who can squat down like the Southeast skip. Well, there you go, Dawn.
I see plenty that do, but they struggle to get back up. It's
Yes.
That's not the issue. Getting down's rarely the problem. It's the block and tackle that's required to get them up again. No, he's very fit.
he is
Still
actually.
really does lots of bike riding and still.
Schroeder again. He's just overcooked it.
Yeah, but that's a bad set for Schroeder, but he's actually finished in real
Yeah.
effective area. So
Usable, yep.
Yeah, for Southeast here. A couple of misses from the Manning Great Lakes side. They've given an opportunity, but they haven't really nailed it. This will help.
that will help.
Jopson probably have snow down on the forehand. Looking to land one of them, the orange or the trailer jack.
The indication was there. You landed probably the same sort of weight that Peter Schroeder played to the back of the rink.
Yep. Yep, just arriving.
Well, he's on an aggressive line.
He's a bit quick. He's a bit quicker than I thought. But there's the jack getting moved over here.
Oh.
Well,
It's still probably 4 to Southeast at the moment.
bowl of Kevin Nutter getting to the back of the rink's not the worst outcome for Southeast either, realistically. And if this one can stay up and beat those two Peter Schroeder bowls, that's going to be a good second prize there for Kevin Nutter.
Yeah, so we're just back to the draw, I would feel now. Give me second shot at least.
This looks like a reasonable track to draw it, but well, Paul Jopson identified something in the delivery there. He tossed it out the front of the hand.
So just this change of length. As soon as Southeast got the mat, they varied the length a bit, and it's the Manning boys that are struggling at the moment. Jopson, first time he's been under any real pressure so far. See what he can do, and can Rigg inflict some more damage?
Stephen Harris has just picked up another 2, Andrew.
Oh, Rigg's got a bit on this. He doesn't want the jack.
No.
Well, it might be okay. That bowl, I told you it was second prize at the back of the rink there.
Yeah, but wow. So many more up there in the head, though.
Well,
what do you do? What's the one thing you don't do when you're holding shot? You don't be tight and heavy.
Speaks to the pressure of the situation, though, doesn't it? When the scoreboard's, the way that it is, you feel like you have to maximise every opportunity. Every bowl's got to be absolutely perfect. He's not playing with that relaxed freedom that you've got when it's a close game. Even this, you feel like everything's got to be perfect for us to get back into it. You do play a bit tight. You do make these. It wasn't a blunder, but just these little missteps. Favourite is still 2 shots, do we think, Jason, for
I think
Southeast?
so, and look, and it's harder now probably for Manning to get to as well. So while they had a 4, it was still pretty open for Manning to get to. Now it's a 2, and it's a better 2.
Jopson's going to go this.
Oh, yeah, he's got to, doesn't he?
Yeah. He indicated he's a chance of getting both bowls. I don't think he can. Don't know if he can get across enough to get it, but
saw a great shot by Danny Quinn yesterday doing similar like this.
if he just misses it, he sinks the jack. So Paul Jopson on the attack.
Well, Warren Shipley's called it. You're seeing it. It won't turn.
Did not ban a single centimetre.
Well, now, for Rigg, that is Southeast coming in on the forehand.
Yeah.
He can draw. If he loses it, we'll say Bert. If you lose that bowl,
I think so. He doesn't want to give Jopson anything else to rumble off.
you can see the players having a giggle back there. But I think, that important to finish past and don't give Jopson the opportunity to get them both out. If you can get a third counter in away from the other 2. Done the first part right. Good high line. Might be a bit firm.
That's all it is, yeah.
Yeah. If he was able to park up just in the shadow beneath our team scoreboards over there, I think that was about the spot.
Here we go, Jopson. No mucking around. He's on a better line this time.
Well, it's definitely
What's
his.
he got this time? He's got
the bowl.
That was a toucher too, I believe, was it?
That was Rigg's toucher.
It was, yep.
Yeah.
So, not sure how many were indicated. Something went in the air, but we'll wait. And here we go, Stuart Rigg. He's being very deliberate here. He's standing at the 21 metre mark.
Oh, don't be short.
and said, don't you dare. Well, he's giving him a tough task here, Mike Mitchell, and he's responded. That's an excellent bit of jack rolling.
It is. Well done.
And it might even be oh no. As a former Jindabyne member, Stuart Rigg is bound by the code. He'll have to go and have a tequila if that stops on the centre line.
Oh, really?
You'd play that, wouldn't you, Shipper? You'd park it on the line going for tequila?
Nah, but I like the idea of it now, though, that you've mentioned it. Any part of the line will do.
No, Skip can't touch it. A challenge at my tournament, though. My lead had 2 within the first hour.
Oh,
That was it was a tough day out after that.
Safe with Laney as you lead, wouldn't you?
yes.
Mike Mitchell after his good bit of jack rolling. He didn't get the first one. Quite close. And
Swapped hands again.
it's a hard correction to do. New length, new hand. Pace was probably pretty close, but that might have been the forehand track rather than the backhand track. So 18 shots to the margin, 23 ends completed. We've got 40 ends to go, so time is on the side of Southeast, but we're rapidly approaching sort of the halfway mark. You feel as though they want to get that back down towards single figures. Probably in the next sort of 10 ends or so. 15 ends, you want to be single figures to give yourself a chance. I heard you speaking about earlier, Warren, the Dave Ellis theory. 1.5 and over is sort of doable. Anything more than that, you get into the realms of Nepean Highlanders, what they did yesterday afternoon. 10 in 2 ends, that was remarkable.
And called by the skipper too. He did say to his side manager, "You watch me get a 6 and a 4 here," and absolutely nailed it. Might be a bit lucky, but he did call it.
It's always good when that happens.
That is, isn't it?
4, 6 and 5, they were one.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good bowl there.
Yeah, Schroeds.
He's just doing it again, Schroeds, isn't he?
Yeah.
Giving Manning something to use every single end.
Adjusted to the length very quickly.
Let's see. Paul Rogers taking his time with this. He's giving explicit instructions. He's out on a reasonable track if he can get a clear road. I would have just like to get to the inside of Peter Schroeder there. But that tells you the line is around that green and black bowl of John Marshall at the front there, rather than under. Well, we've mentioned it once, we'll mention it again. Champion singles. All those club champions out there. Come and play some champion bowls. Get your entries in now. Before we kick off Tab Platinum Pennant, the tipping comp, head to the Bowls New South Wales website. Go to the Platinum Pennant Hub. You can see all the action. And of course, thanks to our friends at Goodwin Aged Care all across the capital region. Stuart Rigg giving this one some applause, and that's going to be number 1. Timely from Kevin Nutter.
Brilliant.
That bowl was going sideways, coming back there.
Very, very timely. He's probably not given the best account of himself so far, Kevin, but that is a bowl that's going to need to be repeated.
Is he going to get round the front? No, he's
Jopson
gonna
got
wreck.
interested. Wow, that's nearly gone far enough to be a shot.
Yep. The green seems to have certainly increased in pace a little bit.
Out well again is Kevin Nutter.
Wow.
Got down quick though. And pleasantly for Southeast this time, they do have one around it.
Jopson's called Snow up. He's maybe asking him to play with a little bit of weight up under the jack and see if he can pluck that back bowl out there. They've got a few seconds.
Well, back cut to themselves as well there at the back of the ring.
Yeah.
I favour that's what Paul Jopson was indicating.
Yeah, he can turn that short bowl up onto the jack again. He contacted last time. Let's see what kind of line we're looking at here.
You don't have to play silly weight to do it either.
He's in the area. He's in the area. He's got the front bowl onto the jack. No.
Through the hole. Well,
Opened up a path, though.
Yep.
this is the bowl from Kevin Nutter that is holding sway.
Look at that bowl.
Andrew on the replay. That's almost finishing square.
Yep.
Turning at right angles. Jace, you'd be proud of that.
I love seeing it. I do. I think most bowlers do. In all honesty, you like to see that swing. Gives you plenty of confidence just to play that draw shot all day long if you want to.
Stuart Rigg, he's got this one out. It's a team talk
Everyone's interested.
in the camera position. Oh, he's bounced off the front. That may well be second shot.
Yeah, possibly.
What I do like to see is the body language from Southeast now. There's
They're
a bit
all
more
interested,
positive.
weren't they? Yes.
They're more positive. They're all actually standing together as one group. So,
Yeah.
brilliant to see. There's obviously good feeling out there now amongst them. Long way to go, but that's what they need.
So Jopson potentially 2 down at the minute. He's going to just look to fiddle up. There's a little gate on this backhand side that he's identified.
Close
He's
to.
close here, Joppo.
He's clipped the bowl out. That was the shot. Rigg having a look now to see.
See a replay there. Half a bowl tighter, and he probably stays 4 shot if he's not shot already with the back one. No doubt the bouncer's out there, is he? Or someone
He's
stole
down,
him?
he's down the other end. Look,
He
he's,
is, yeah.
He's parked up
Look at
behind
that.
Stuart Rigg. He's like his personal bodyguard. Oh, Riggy's done the first part right here. He's lobbed it out. Good high line. Gets off his front one, up and over.
Well
That
played.
Andy, yep.
might be good enough for 1, maybe even 2.
I think Jopson will take them 2 bowls now. They can both go clean.
Well, you and Paul have had plenty of experience playing with and against one another, haven't
Yes.
you? Suppose so.
Yeah.
If anybody knows,
Well, the experienced head of Schroeder has come in and
kick
kicked
the ball over.
I don't know whether he's pulled the reins there. Let's see. 2 bowls, maybe worth a few. Certainly on the attack.
He's going big. That's
Oh, he's yanked that, didn't he?
In cricket, you'd get to have that one again. Bowl that again.
it was probably a little bit overexcitement there.
Yes.
It wasn't controlled weight. That was uncontrolled weight.
In,
Yes.
in golf, you're getting a new ball out of the
That's
bag.
it. That's it. Penalty stroke and distance.
Well, one's come out for Southeast. Mike Mitchell standing exactly where we don't want him to, but I'm going to get a tape onto this and multiple.
Skip having a chat with the lead again.
Yeah. It's something that you see the good skips do. They go and really exhort their players to, let's go and find something that works for you. Let's find something that works for us as a team. They're good, and it is 2 shots.
2.
Excellent camera work from Andrew Lynn. He'll be back on Friday.
So is that 3 ends in a row, or that's 3 ends in a row to
That is.
Southeast?
I think you're right.
So stop the bleeding and starting to turn that scoreboard over again. That's the most important thing. Stuart Rigg has been, once again, explicit.
Yeah.
I want this up here, Mike Mitchell. Keep it out of the wind. And, yep,
He's done that.
that's pretty good. It's the most protected half of the green is where the bowl will be doing most of its good work. So Mike Mitchell getting us underway here. Stuart asked that we got his good side.
Yeah.
Told him to brush his hair. Good start from Mike, though. That gives a lot more opportunity to Southeast in this head.
Just noticed, Nick, you might be able to provide some info on the side of their caps. I just noticed you had an SE with it down below MO7. Can I explain that, mate?
Yes, so Southeast being SE region, and then men's open and the player number. So last year being, of course, the first year of region. So the caps have all been numbered.
Oh, excellent.
And all the players have received them so they know what cap number they are for Southeast region.
I like it, especially when moving into the new regions and away from the zones.
Correct, yeah. So you know, while we had a lot of great zone representatives, we are a new entity, and this is a new era for bowls. So the ladies will get their caps with women's, and the senior side will have theirs. The seniors. Stuart will have two. I think he's got a senior cap as well now because he did play in the open side last year, and he's backing up later this week. He'll be skipping a rink for the open side as well.
That's exactly what we've done at Greater Newcastle. We have the SNR for the senior with the number, the W for the women with the number, and we even have a veterans cap too because we participate in a veteran inter-region competition.
Coming up at Foster in a couple of months.
Yeah, in March. And we've started again, obviously. Jason Stokes was 1 game short of breaking the Zone 2 playing record that Jason Petrazak holds. But now, with the combined games, he would be the most represented for the old
Newcastle
Zone 2.
Zone 2.
Yeah. Yep. He'll be making his way up here tomorrow.
Of course, the CEO of the Raymond Terrace Club, the Raymond Terrace Raymonds, will be featuring in the Platinum Pennant.
A new state selector.
Raymond Terrace Raymonds, I love it.
Well, the Soldiers Point Soldiers, the Raymond Terrace Raymonds. Makes sense, right? No, the Jets are a super club. Len Scott and Bousey up there. The bowls and the darts coordinators, they do a fantastic job.
Oh, he's just slipped in under there. It's interesting, all these clubs with their names now. I mean, obviously a lot of them clubs have had their names. Our club's about to go into a bit of a process of canvassing our members and discussing what sort of name to add with our club.
The Hurricanes.
There's plenty out there, mate, isn't there? There's a few things our board have said that they would like it to
represent,
assimilate with the area, the club, history. So, about to start that process. No, Andrew. And exciting times for us, for our club, especially moving forward. So,
it's a good thing to do. Well, Kevin Nutter can do a good thing there if he gets the right edge. He didn't quite. Mike Mitchell has got 2, and then the rest have all cut the head and finished over there. It's magnetic in the Stuart Rigg shadow at the moment.
So go out and mark that area with a bit of chalk and get the greenkeeper to fill that hole that all them bowls are going into.
Well, Dale Snow's been good throughout. And he's done another good job there. That'll be number 1, I feel.
What's Jindabyne known as, Nick?
We're the Snakes, informally though, only informally. There was a few players at our club who were suggested they were playing a bit in a grade below their ability. So we were referred to as Snakes by a few clubs in the region. We've adopted it proudly.
Yeah.
We've got a club Terralba down in Newcastle like that. They're perched on a creek, an inlet to the lake, and they're known as the Mullets, affectionately.
Terralba Mullets.
And they've taken that on with pride as well.
Well, once again, Dale Snow.
Dale Snow.
Yeah, he's played some ripping bowls.
High five there too, so.
And just 2 in a row. Turning the head over. Returning the ascendancy to Manning Great Lakes, who perhaps haven't fallen asleep. You feel as though Southeast have lifted more than Manning falling asleep, but this end again a little bit loose from
Well, there's another big
a few of the
cheer
players.
and a clap by a few of the Manning players. So I'm tipping there's been a result out there for one of them.
Shane Quinlivan, he's doing the heavy lifting at the moment for Southeast. He's got a narrow lead. Ken Snowden trails Darryl Webster 6 shots to 4. Dean Hodges will
Get the bouncer out.
Dean
It's
Hodges
Dean's
will be
end
out
too,
there
isn't it?
again.
Oh,
Look at this. This is something you don't see a lot. All bowls down one side.
yeah.
Well, it's something to learn from. I mean, if you see everybody's over there, then you probably have to take more grass than even you think, right?
Believe what you see, don't believe what you think it should do.
Yeah.
Well, it's certainly one of the coaching points to tell all the players, especially in the two-end roll-up, if all bowls are finishing across the head or hanging out, it's not the type of bowl people are using. It's going to be a characteristic to the rink. Jopson with a good bowl there too.
Well, it's a fair home because down the line from Stuart Rigg was going to work for them until that bowl landed there.
He hasn't really got anything on either.
It's got to be stone cold, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, he's done the right thing by lobbing it out.
He's in the area here too.
Getting more interested. Gets right down and lands the white. Gets the jack
Oh,
down the
to
line.
Jopson's bowl.
Well, he's playing 4D chess while the rest of us are playing checkers here, Paul Jopson. That was pretty well done there from Stewie Rigg.
Yeah.
And had the catcher with Mike Mitchell until Joppo got one back there.
Yep.
So
Yep.
this is where that value of bowls in the head is so important. And bounced forward up the ring. And I mean, Joppo's got a chance now if he's really aggressive to go and pop that blue bowl through. They do have a few at the back of the rink. If he drags the jack back.
Yeah, but it's probably a good chance just to get the mat back and go back to what was working.
Yeah.
He's on a road to try and get to the blue bowl, which we won't see. I had to laugh because it was Michael Mitchell that told the other boys to get out the way of the camera before. Anyway.
Might just ask our security guard to go and word him up once again. Because while we appreciate this is a final and the players are absolutely entitled to get out there and play the bowls, if they can just be conscious of these cameras a little bit more, it would certainly help our broadcast. Andrew Lynn's going to jump in with us. Andrew, welcome back. Thank you for bringing us these great pictures.
Pleasure.
What are your thoughts, mate? You've been able to just drive the show. Is there anything that you've seen that Warren or Jason hasn't picked up on?
Not really. It's a bit soft, this one.
It's only soft in your ears, though. We
Yes.
can hear you loud and clear, mate.
Do you think, that
Oh,
they've
blowing us away.
not taken their grass enough, as Warren said, highlighted by the last end where everybody cut their head on one side and stayed wide on the other?
Well, this will be interesting. It's the first time, I think, that Marshall's played one on this hand coming in this direction on the forehand.
So Jopson immediately
Straight
saying,
away.
"You've got to throw it out there, mate."
Back here, I want you, the helicopter.
It was a good pickup by Manning as well. Southeast had just sort of eased their way back to to a smaller sort of deficit. It's just grown back out to 15. It got down towards single digits, not quite there. Just a couple of scores from Manning in the last couple of ends have blown that back out.
Better bowl there from Mike Mitchell.
I think the green has certainly picked up in pace because
yeah.
they cannot stop these bowls from going back across this centre line. We'll see this one now with Schroeder. He's thrown it out, but I fear it's still going to cut across, and yeah, there it goes.
Well, the forecasts prior to this week were that there'd only be less than a millimetre of rain on Monday. So I think the greenkeepers put a little bit of water in just to try and get that green running nicely without too much excess speed throughout the week, just to nurse it through. And there's about 7.5 millimetres of rain recorded for Yamba on Monday by the bomb, but I think it might have been a little bit more here. There was a few quite heavy showers.
Yes, I think I had about that much in each shoe, Andrew, by the time Monday was completed.
I think you could have wrung out your hair and filled a small dam on Monday.
Yes. No, it was good. It wasn't real heavy. Obviously, it was enough to get us all wet, but the green still played magnificent. It was a credit to the...
Well, that's the thing. It was a soaking sort of rain.
Yep.
Good here from Rogers.
Horizontally soaking.
You got a touch on that, and not quite enough.
And a little bit of sun yesterday and this morning, I think, just brought that moisture to the surface. And now it's just starting to really dry out.
The highlight for us in the second game on Monday with the gale force breeze blowing was the people using the return and earn out the back, and there was cans going everywhere.
Andrew Lynn was threatening to do that. He's got a garbage bag full of cans in the back of the van.
Right.
Discretion was the better part of valour on Monday. I think that was the right choice to leave him in the van.
It's a very small garbage bag, though.
Could be improved by some of the dead soldiers around some of the accommodation here in Yamba this week. I think all the players enjoying each other's company and the hospitality. Well, he's lobbed this one right out.
Yeah, that's certainly enough grass.
It'll get back for sure, though.
Oh, look at it coming back. Well, there's your example.
Well, but that's the handy home. That's the bowl that Stuart Rigg wishes he had last end.
Yes,
that little
correct.
catcher when the jack comes down the line, as it can so often do when the...
Yep, and the green's got a bit of pace about it.
Doesn't need much of much contact, and that jack can get moving and it can go a long way.
Well, Snow never learnt from that last one, that's for sure.
So
let's see if he throws this one right out again. Ooh.
Chance to make a number. I think he's more interested in this kitty than anything else. Little drag across the blue bowl makes a good 3 for Southeast. But as you suggested, Warren Shipley.
Well, I actually think on that side of the green, you're not trying to draw to the jack. You should make the bowl that's to the left of the jack is your target.
Yep, because they're all finishing across.
If you're trying to draw that and you can be a little bit narrow, you're right on the shot.
Well, Jopson's gave it plenty of air. That's a good area. That's a very good area. So you're going to land something. Just gets a feather off his own and slides through.
I think one of the issues is that your muscle memory says if I'm aiming that wide, I'm a very long end, so I need to throw it a bit harder.
Put a bit on it. Yeah. Right, Rigg. One down. Certainly pointing like he's got an old set of Dunlops.
Well, I don't think you'll get a new set of Dunlops.
He's not wide enough either. It's going to get away on him. Had the weight, I feel.
Yeah, weight is excellent. That's finished close enough to say Jack Ollie.
I mean, is there an argument with how much this green's turning? Sorry, Lee. He's just coming, trying to take me out.
Forearm jolt.
Is there an argument that you just look to go the
Just
shot
to
bowl?
take the bowl.
Yeah, I mean, it's a
Depends
bigger
what-
target.
Depends what happens here.
Well, maybe not anymore.
No. Well done, Paul Jopson. Well played.
I can hear the rapturous applause outside from Manning Great Lakes fans. Rigg's got this out in a better track.
He has. He has his weight this time.
No.
It's going to duck if it's going to land the white. No, he's underneath again. So that'll be a couple more for Manning. And Manning Great Lakes, as you can see there, will lead 36-19. Certainly turning around the result that these two sides met in the first round one of their section.
I just think you see this side on paper and you say, well, there is some pretty talented players, you know,
Yeah.
the Manning Great Lakes region. You know, some strong clubs in the Foster-Tuncurry area. You can certainly see that there's some very capable and skilled operators out on the green. Don't want to write anybody off, but I mean, we're nearly halfway here. And you feel as though if you're Stuart Rigg, you probably don't even worry about your rink score. You've just got to hope that the other boys can pick you up a bit and you go along with them.
That's it. Yep.
Don't let this margin get any more, and trust that Shane Quidden, 11, and Ken Snowden can do some of the heavy lifting for you as well. Get you back into this contest.
Fortunately, at the moment, they're both trailing as well.
Well, Mike Mitchell's done the right thing here. He's gone and parked one right behind it. How do you find, Warren? You've been to a lot of these campaigns. You get to day 3. And, you know, some of the older players, perhaps those that haven't got the same hips that Stuart Rigg has to get up and down. You know, is there a way that you might need to manage them through the end of the game? Players who do get a little bit tired.
Do notice a bit that some players, when you call them on a certain hand, that's not getting away as fluently as it was from game one. But yes, it's
And that might be why Mike Mitchell's playing around the clock.
possibly, yeah. Yep.
He's got this in a reasonable area. If he can get down to the outside bowl.
Chippo manages that for his own health and fitness by going for a 10k swim each morning just to get the joints moving.
It's after the run, of course.
Giving away the bike though
Yeah.
for the triathlon.
Yeah. They cheat with them batteries in them bikes now, so try and avoid that.
Some kids whizzing down the street doing wheelies last night while we were at dinner, having a great old time.
Yes, I've managed to find time for the ocean every day that we've been here, so except Monday.
Yeah, well, the ocean found time to find you, though, didn't it?
Yes.
When we were here for the over 40s, there was actually a police chase down the street with a motorbike.
Right.
What had you done wrong, Andrew?
No, I'm not a motorbike rider. No.
So you see the call here from Stuart. Just look to be there.
He's not going to be either.
Yeah, that was the sort of line that was being called for. One another metre. Peter Schroeder wants to take a few off here.
Are there any updates on them other rinks as yet?
Oh, not in the last 10 seconds.
No. They're still on 9-9. Are they still 3 ends behind, are they?
Well, it's just gone through the second one. 2 further shots. And 6 all now on the bottom one. Snowy picked up a 1.
Yeah, so that margin back out to 18. And we're seeing some weight here from Paul Rogers. I don't mind this from Stuart Rigg.
Well
You know,
done.
belt it. Might just take out some of that frustration, you know, your feelings that things aren't really going your way.
Yeah.
Just go and run into something. Let your hair down.
We'll
Let it,
just throw one down there.
just go chuck it.
Well, sometimes it does. It just loosens the tension. It gets the muscle moving. The blood flows to the fingers a bit more. You get that little more touch. And the head clears. All of a sudden it's like, oh, I've hit that. Got a result. Let's just... And you approach the next one with that little bit more freedom.
And this is what I was suggesting on the last end. Shippo, that's probably an easier shot to play in a lot of ways. Just
For
go,
sure.
Don't worry about tactics, just go straight at it.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, here we go.
Ooh.
I'll be going out there with one for Stuart Rigg. He's
Shippo-
bound.
Shippo going straight at it's not a normal
Yeah,
concept, though.
no. Depends
I
how
did-
hard the wind's blowing, Andrew.
I did see Shippo reach the ditch once. Apparently the green was 23 seconds and it was slightly downhill.
Yeah, it's not everyone's go. I do appreciate, but there are times when it is an easier shot to play.
Well, Shippo's nickname is Minimum.
Only got to play with the weight required.
It's funny what pressure does, though, isn't it, Shippo? I was watching only a couple of years ago. Marimbula had their Grade 1 side up against the Husky top side, and it was Scott Matheson v Michael Wilkes.
All right.
And early doors, the Huskers were right on top, and you saw Michael Wilkes unleash with a drive that you don't see from him, and it's what pressure can do. You know?
Yep.
As you say, you only need to play with the weight required. That huge silly weight isn't always the way to go.
That's sensational
Particularly when you can
leading.
draw it from all the way out there. That's come back
Yeah.
basically from the beach.
Well, it's only silly weight if you miss.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's only heavy if you don't run into something, but in this instance, let's see if Mike Mitchell can park one right in behind here.
Now, if you get a good result, any shot you play is the right shot. If you get a bad result or miss, it's potentially there was a better option.
I have told a few that they're the fastest misses we've got.
I'll remind a few people of that
Yeah.
from time to time.
That's it.
You know, there are a few fellas that play at my club, and the bowl will thunder into the ditch and bounce around, spin in the, and there'll be a couple of people go, "Yep, good weight."
All right, Rogers. Can he get one in and around it here for his skip?
This seems to be about the track.
Yeah.
Weight's good too this time.
Well played.
That'll be number one, we feel. Just starting to figure this green and this rink out particularly. Is Team Rigg. Southeast, though, have just made a rod for their own backs, though, with that slow start.
Schroeder on a good road again here. Wins that orange bowl.
Oh, yes. Tipped it over. Indication was one down from Paul Jopson, so Paul Rogers holds on.
They need another in and around the area.
Well, Stuart Rigg got interested. But then the bowl didn't quite get the finish that he would have preferred inside half of that green. And black bowl would have been absolutely optimal.
Well, a quarter of a bowl's grass is the difference between, okay, you're very close, and wow, that was a good bowl.
Certainly is. Let's Jopper having a look there. Yep. Yeah, draw around that. Land the orange at the back. Turn your own up. A few opportunities there.
Yeah. The only thing about turning your own bowl up is that you're probably playing the wrong weight if you do it, right? The way that hand's finishing.
Yeah, well, the way they're swooping there, any connection on your own bowl like this, and it'll turn multiple times. Oh, well, it was on the running surface a little bit.
Played it brilliantly.
Yeah.
Well, favoured there, Dale Snow, by having the tighter set, the Super 10s.
Mm.
And again, when you're playing well, you're about in the area that you need to be, and those results go with you. When you're playing not so well, you're missing by enough that anytime you get the edge, it goes against you.
Cracking bowl there.
But that is an absolute clanger.
Kevin Nutter, he's played very nicely. Same sort of shot.
Change of hands now.
Yeah. He could get to it the other hand, but Kevin Nutter probably gave him a bit of a line to go to school on.
Yeah, sit the bowl, trail the jack. Oh, is he a bit tight, or is he a lot tight?
Well,
There is a chance for a little
Yeah.
scrubby.
he was only a bit tight
Only
in
a
the
bit,
Warren, yeah.
yeah.
Now, what do you do here? Got one. This is the hard shot there to play. Can't move that jack. Can't really move your own bowl.
Well, you make sure you're out to the other two. If you get a little rest off those, you're going to drop in. Probably just a tad heavy.
Yeah.
But he was out to those two bowls, so didn't do any damage.
The ideal shot on that hand would be to turn his own bowl in behind the jack. But fraught with danger, obviously.
So, Shipper, I have to think of what's going to happen if I miss my grass and weight
Yeah.
quite badly.
All right. Jopson will be on the forehand here, looking to trail the jack back to Schroeder's maroon bowl on the bottom right. When we get our picture of the head back, you'll see the maroon bowl there, and Jopson will be looking to try and get the jack back to that one.
High to me.
Yeah. No, he's only trying the tougher shot, just trying to dead draw and get a little touch on the jack back to his own, just directly behind it.
Yeah, I agree with you, Warren. I think you can be a bit more confident to that. You'd be pretty stiff to get the jack through the hole and not pick up a shot.
Yeah, well, they've got the only danger, I suppose, if you get the outside of the shot bowl and turn it on to your own sitting behind the jack and roll it out, bring the orange one up the back end, but it's only one more. It's not going to be a great deal of damage.
Well, one shot to southeast is
Yeah, I was just going to turn. Ooh.
is important to them, but I think at this stage of the game, the more important thing is the end
Yep.
flips over, and that's what Manning Great Lakes will be excited for. Every time the scoreboard flips an end over, they're one end closer to this title.
Bit of line here. Is he going to hang on? No, he's just going to go.
And again, well, to answer the question,
He didn't play it quite badly enough. He played it a little bit tighter, had a chance to get the scrub off the other bowl. So he just played it too well.
I'm not sure that he'd agree with you there, Andrew. Now, Stuart Rigg, again, not without risk here.
Going to
Yeah,
win
well
it for
played.
another. Well done.
Oh, he's rocked it around there. That could be two.
Yeah,
He says,
yeah,
hello,
yeah.
mark down the date and time. 2 shots it is to southeast.
Oh, come on, give me some skin.
Well, that's what you expect from a player of his capability. As I said, it wasn't without risk, and it's team talk number 2 now. They might be on to plan C or D, but let's find something that works for us. Let's find a way to get Manning Great Lakes off it.
Yeah, so Stuart Rigg was a Premier League player back in the days with the Hills District,
Correct.
the time when they had Cameron Curtis there, I believe. he would have played with the great John Ellison too, the former Bowls New South Wales board member, champion pairs winner.
There's not many here he hasn't played with, Riggy.
Well, point.
In a long career, you tend to run into them all. Particularly when you've played at the level he has. You know, it's a bit of a shock to the system playing grade 5 in Jindabyne a couple of years ago. We better have a look at that bowl coming into the head there, Andrew. Beautiful.
There it is.
But look, there was no knock. You know, we hold no hard feelings. He wanted to go and play grade 1. He wanted to give himself a chance to be a representative bowler. And so he's playing for Merimbula now, skipping in their grade 1 side.
And he's in the representative side.
And given every opportunity at this event, as all the players have, put themselves in front of state selectors, give themselves an opportunity to get out there and show your wares in what has been an elite 3 days of competition. More to come here on the Bowls New South Wales YouTube channel. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe, have your notifications turned on. We are chasing 1 billion subscribers and are currently several hundred million short. But the action will continue. We've got a rest day tomorrow as the seniors will be checking out. The Open men's and the Open women's sides will be checking in. And then from Friday morning, the live stream will be picking up from here at Yamba Bowling Club. Check the broadcast schedule on the Bowls New South Wales website, on Facebook, or in the Bowls Link app. And have a chance to see some of the great players who will be here at the Open Interregion later this week. Peter Schroeder, who started really strong, he's probably not been featuring quite so prominently in these heads of late. But
change your length a little bit.
He's had some other teammates do the heavy lifting as well. Dale Snow and skipper Paul Jopson. You feel almost every time that Southeast gets something going, the back end of Manning Great Lakes. Well, that was very clever there from
Yes, yeah. Got to
Paul
know what you're doing.
Rogers.
Anyone can just draw them.
Couldn't see it any other way.
No,
I tell you.
exactly. That's all right. Unrealised opportunity, as my father keeps telling me.
I think Southeast need to win over the next 9 ends, 3 on each rink. I think they need to win at least 6 of those to set up a chance for a run at the last.
Yep.
And the 3, if they lose 3 of them, I think they only need to drop ones. They definitely need to, I reckon they need to get that deficit down into single digits before about 45 ends.
Yeah, you really want no more than a run and over in the final 10.
We've already seen 10 in 2 ends. I don't think we'll see that again.
Well, I think the Perth Highlanders, Steve Sprod and Danny Quinn might have gone and bought lottery tickets.
But then again, I think that was a case where was it Metro Northeast they were playing? Just played. They didn't watch what the conditions were actually doing, and they played too wide on the narrow hand reaching. They played what would be draw weight to get back to the jack when they were playing reaching weight. And then to play about half the grass they did on a couple of shots. So it is that sort of swinging on one hand, holding a little on the other type of green where it's quite possible to all of a sudden drop big multiples if you just get it wrong.
An attacking line here just off
shot.
Paul Rogers. I favour that's going to be number 1, the white
I'll
bowl.
chip and follow through. So with the men coming in, commencing on Friday,
Oh, Shippo's got the broadcast
Section
schedule
1.
up.
Illawarra. In Section 1 we'll have Illawarra, Northwest, Nepean Highlanders, Metro Southwest. Section 2, in our first streaming rink, will be Riverina Murray, Midwest. And they're in Section 2 with Northern Rivers and Southeast. Section 3 will see Metro Northeast, Hunter Valley, Manning Great Lakes and Mid-North Coast. Local derby there. And in Section 4, Metro Southeast, Central Coast, Greater Newcastle and Metro Northwest.
Well, Stuart Rigg got a little bit unlucky there. The white ball wasn't shot. It certainly is now. Turn that up. Thank you to Warren Shipley. Plenty of great action to come your way. Cheer on your region.
And of course at Evans Head Bowling Club.
Oh, yes.
The women, yes.
Metro Southwest, Mid-North Coast, Southeast, Riverina Murray. And Illawarra, Central Coast, Hunter Valley, Metro Northeast. Then at Iluka, Nepean Highlanders, Greater Newcastle, Midwest and Northern Rivers. And finally in Section 4 at Iluka as well, Northwest, Metro Southeast, Manning Great Lakes and Metro Northwest. We are broadcasting here from Yamba. So Section 2 I think will be our first,
Correct.
Yep.
which is Riverina Murray Midwest. And on Rink 8, Lincoln Gooley takes on Michael Wendt. Round 2, I can't tell you exactly who is going to be on the broadcast, except that it will be Section 3. And in round 3, it will be Section 1.
Well, we've seen Stuart Rigg turn around. He's going to go flip the board over. It's going to be at least one shot. 2 shots.
Cool.
It is. So Andrew Lynn's call. Can't be dropping 2s.
They dropped the 2.
And well, once again though, Warren Shipley, we saw a lot of bowls
Yep.
that had crossed the head.
Yeah.
And it's very easy for us to say from back here, but narrow bowls have been getting absolutely belted. They're getting punished. And Manning Great Lakes are the ones who are handling these conditions much, much better than the Southeast crew. Stephen Harris has got a good lead up over Shane Quinlivan. So the margin now out to 21 shots.
Has just grown to 23.
23 shots now. And Andrew Lynn has updated the board, and you can see, well, that was where Jason Pinnock early was asking the bowls to come from.
Yeah.
Right out to the 2 metre mark.
Yes.
And we see Manning Great Lakes, they've gone back to what was plan A. Matt up 3 or 4 metres. Jack back near the tee.
Yep.
Well, at this rate, we won't even get the full 63 ends.
The players are to shake hands once a result has been determined.
So unless there's 8 times the number of ends remaining left, it has to be less than 8 times. So the maximum number of shots, once it gets to that, so if it's 25 shots needed on 3 ends, players are required to stop.
Well, that's some quality leading there from John Marshall. We haven't said much about him, and that's probably a good thing today. The players who've missed their line or missed their weight, they might be...
This one's been a little bit... Oh, it's going to hang around, is it?
They might be mentioned more frequently.
Yes, has stopped.
But John Marshall, he's just done a job. Put bowls maybe not right on the jack, but in areas that have been usable for Peter Schroeder, Dale Snow and Paul Jopson. This Manning Great Lakes quartet.
Schroeder going to hang around as well.
Can't imagine that one did.
No.
I know. So, Paul Rogers now. What's the request? Reach up. He seems to have figured this forehand out a little bit. Paul Rogers. It's just going to skip under, but it's a good second.
Yep. Schroeder on the wide hand again. If you're not familiar with these events, the men's and women's commence, it's the same format as what the seniors have been playing. 4 sections of 4 teams. Play a round robin event with the top 2 in each of the sections advancing to quarterfinals, followed by the knockout quarterfinal, semi-final, finals.
The winner of Section 1 will take on the runner-up in Section 2. The winner of Section 3 will take on the runner-up in Section 4. The winner of Section 2 will take on the runner-up in Section 1. Of course, then the winner of Section 4 takes on the runner-up in Section 3. And that's in order of quarterfinal 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well,
for this event.
Has
Wrecked.
maybe made that a bit harder to get in.
Yep.
If the event is played at 2 venues and one venue goes to the other, in the semi-final you have the 2 sides left from the same venue play each other, so that they're under the same conditions, which means you could meet someone from your section in the semi-final. Because everybody's under the same conditions here, all 16 at the one venue, and for the women, all 16 changing from a venue to here, you can only play someone from your section in the final.
We've seen Dale Snow, he's perhaps been the player of the final. Been picked in the RSL side, we've been hearing, for the New South Wales RSL team. And we're going to see some positive intent being called for by Stuart Rigg. Pretty well he's looking for the jack here, and he's going to be fairly close.
Got it.
Bounce off the front bowl into the pit. Well, that was a good bit of weight there from Kevin Nutter. Fraction fortunate to get that little slide, but
Jopson looking. That's our toucher.
Will made 2 though. Jack in the pit. The red bowl of
So
Kevin
Jopson
Nutter.
asking Snow, attack our toucher. See if you can put it in.
Oh, there's a bit of defence at the front there.
Whoa, whoa. No, he ran through.
Being Ricochet Rabbit. Well, what that has done is it's got rid of the southeast bowl at the back of the rink.
Yeah.
And replaced it with a white bowl of Dale Snow. So I expect the way that the jack went into the ditch, and Andrew might bring us the other angle in a moment, that it'll be 1 shot to southeast. It was 2, and one of the hardest shots in bowls here. Drive, then draw to the pit. Not quite. Stuart Rigg looking on, and he's looked at the camera too. He knows what we're talking about. He's looking on a little bit glumly.
Yeah.
He says, how does this keep happening to us? And yes, you can see so those 2 markers up on the bank. The red indicating the bowl and the white indicating the jack. That's very professional.
And you can see the toucher spray on the Manning bowl with Paul Jopson will be attacking.
It's not often you get the chance to do this. Go and belt one of your own touches into the pit, try to disturb things in there? Well, Jopson didn't attack.
What's wrong with him?
He's just going to try to draw to the pit. I wonder if there's not been a miscommunication there. I can't see a way to draw
What's
that.
going on there?
Would have been one of the rare Warren Shipley weighted shots in this occasion.
Correct. Can't see any danger with losing it. There's nothing on for Rigg, really. He can't.
No, he's got to try to draw one and potentially run along the edge of the ditch.
Which the way they're turning,
Yeah.
there's an opportunity to do that, but you got to get it out there. No.
He's trying the other hand. I'm kind of okay with this.
Trying to sit and stay.
Yeah, through the whites.
Just a little bit high.
Jeez, his speed's.
Oh.
You can just see the shadow there. Speed was pretty fantastic.
Will Jopson attack it now? No. Doesn't look like the indication was for.
Unless one of those white bowls got a touch on the way through.
Yeah.
But we know for sure that the green bowl is a toucher.
Yeah. Well, you just might need to get one of these up and over. Oh, he's just a little bit wide.
So, one shot it will be to southeast. Unless Stuart Rigg can pull something out of his you-know-where. Oh, gee, the speed's very good again.
One it is.
So, well, a big bowl from Kevin Nutter, but ones really aren't the friend of Southeast at this stage. They need to be getting more than the scoreboard.
100%. Manning will say you can have one on every end.
At this stage, we're out over, a run and over. Andrew just doing some quick maths here, but 24 shots Southeast, 46 shots Manning Great Lakes. There is still 24 ends to be completed. So it's still one and over, but you're not going to win every end for 24 ends.
You are not.
Well, Mike Mitchell, for the first time, he may have played that too wide. And only just.
Yeah.
So this is the protected end. You can see the corner flag, top left of picture, is fluttering brightly. There seems to be some discussion about the score. Paul Rogers is making certain of it.
Oh, yes, because the lead does the scoring. Oh, they've got 21-7 on the board, but we're showing 21-8.
I might duck out and go and see what's going on.
I think they've...
Definitely disagrees with what's on Bowlslink.
Yeah.
Bowlslink actually says 8 and 19.
Really?
So I don't know what's going on there.
Okay. Well, delay hasn't broke his concentration. We get back to the screen, Andrew, with the head. As you can see there, it's a cracking opening bowl from Marshall again. Bitch or Bissig Lloyd this time. And draw around your own from there. Jopson Starting the applause.
I may have just pressed 2 on the wrong side too, I don't know.
All right. Well, they got 21-7 on their board behind the rink. We've got Nick out there sorting it out. So
There should be 15 ends completed anyway because they, unless they've killed one.
yeah, and that's what that scoreboard says there.
Online, it says Stuart Rigg 8 to 19.
And on the scoreboard, they've got 21-7 after 15 ends.
I just wonder if they've missed one end. Previous end was a 2.
Wouldn't happen with a bit of paper and a pencil, Andrew.
It's 2 and 1 in the last couple of ends for Southeast. That's what I have here.
Right. Yes, the paper would be saturated, Lee, that's for sure.
Well, if they're going to miss that one, they'd miss it on the paper and pencil anyway.
Yeah.
Just wonder that might have been the end where one of them was off to the toilet, so they might not have put it in.
I've cooked it there. Bit hard.
According to Bowlslink, Southeast have won 5 of the last 7 ends on this rink.
Right. So, anyone listening, all this is available for you to view as well on the Bowlslink app. Go to Bowlslink, Bowls New South Wales. And a list of events will come up. You'll see inter-region events. Click on that, that'll take you to the 3 inter-region events, the seniors and the men's and the women's. Snow, can he get around the front? He hasn't. Turned it in.
Do you think that was just a bit quick and narrow to slam into that bowl like that?
Wasn't their bowl, so no harm done. Still look to be holding 2. But not as here. Oh, he's going to sail through the hole. Unlucky there. Any connection on that grey and green bowl? Would have got him across to the other one, I fear.
9.21 on 16 now shown. So they did miss the 2 on the 15th end, both players. It's 9.18 after 13 on the middle rink, and 9.8 after 13 on the other rink. So they're 3 ends ahead. They're absolutely racing.
Is that 9-8 or 8 all?
9.8 after 13 it should read. 47.26. I'll fix that. It should be 9. That adds up right. 21 shots the difference.
21 ends to go. And it was Manning that flew out of the boxes early and haven't looked back. It was on this rink, the live streaming rink early on in the match. I think it was ends 3, 4 and 5 that Jopson's side managed to score 12 shots in 3 ends.
Yep, 5-3-4. They actually won ends 2-7. They led 16-1 after 7 ends.
Right.
So your 7 end theory had them probably about 99% winners.
All the 3 Manning teams were in front after 7 ends, Andrew.
Two more. That ends on the scoreboard is not right either, according to the score. So that was 2 to Manning.
After 17.
Scoreboard is 1 end less than what's on Bowsley.
That's correct. Because that's played 16th now. Yeah, we've just deleted it.
Okay, so they'd made an error on it. So I'm just going to have to adjust our scoreboard. So it should be 21-8 after 15. They really mucked me up on this one with that. Thank goodness for that, though, because they were streaking ahead in the ends. So the correct total score.
I lead by
25. That still says 9. Yep.
We're just fixing up a few of the scoreboards. A couple of miscalculations by the players out there, so we're just getting on top of that. You can see back to the game, and it's Southeast holding a couple of shots. This looks like another one coming into view now, and that'll be another counter. So 3 to Southeast. It's now Dale Snow on the mat to play his first bowl on end 16. You see the scoreboard there. It's now correct 50. Great Lakes to 25. We may see an early shower here in this game, even if it doesn't get to the unbeatable score line. We might see a shaking of hands and conceding defeat, the way things are going here.
Fantastic effort, though.
It's a good bowl. Touched the jack. Don't know whether he's trailed. Jopson signalling 4 down. It's at least 3. Calling Snow on the wider hand. Looking to draw another shot. Try and draw this shot. Actually, get another counter in there. Cut down the margin. Oh, he doesn't like it. And let it go a bit quick. Was the signal there straight away. And that's his own bowl. His own team's bowl. He's turned back. Beating the white is the call for another counter. Should be on a fairly good track again. He just played a ripper. Oh, he's too quick this time. Come a good home though. We'll see the replay of the draw shot from Kevin Nutter. Just trying the jack a touch. May have trailed it with the second orange. Furthest orange bowl away may not be in the count. And we see the lovely slips cordon of the Manning, Great Lakes Manning lined up there.
Security,
it's been told, security, get out the way.
Just as Paul Jopson lined up his
Yes.
shot.
So Jopson on the wide hand, the wide backhand. Going away from the ocean.
He'd be loving to draw just inside the dark bowl, just behind Jack High.
Oh, he's close here too, and that'll be second shot.
That's a big save. Could have been a multiple down. He's now looking just to cut that down. He knows he doesn't need to get the shot.
You see Stuart Rigg just indicating to his team, I know there's danger there, but he's going to try and sit that wide out.
Well, it's at the point where you really need to pull a pin and say, well,
Yep.
we're going to have to play through that and try and get a result regardless. We've got to take on that danger, and it's a time when the score can also blow out because you take those little risks and things go sour.
So he's on the attack, looking to sit the white bowl out. That's behind the jack. Is he going to get down in time? Is he getting down in time? Well, he hasn't got the weight to do much damage. He's just drawn another shot.
Well, it's a great bowl.
Yeah, it's a good bowl. Not what he was trying to do, as he indicated. Oh, well.
Or maybe not what we're expecting him to do.
Yeah.
He might have just said, oh, well, we'll try and get a 2 or a 3 and back ourselves to get the numbers in the next few ends.
I think the indication was he was going to go for that bowl. Kind of lines Jopson on here. Well, he's not up this time.
Well, do you take it on now, Shippo? Well, that might be a pest, but do you try and turn your own bowl onto that one now?
Well, you can. So that other bowl mightn't be.
Well, the white bowl at the back might cut front ones out.
Yeah, the way he's looking at finding that bowl.
Or might be considering playing a little papser down here, trying to punch that one onto there, and then to get the edge off there.
That's exactly what he's looking at doing.
That one out, to leave a few shots.
Pretty sure that's what the call is. Not a lot of risk now with the weight that he's going to play. He won't swing enough, I don't think, to get back to the shot bowl and punch the jack through. I think Jopson's last bowl might be protecting that a little bit.
Another round of cheers, so I think there's been a handy bowl played on the other rinks.
Yeah. Righto. Rigg lining up. Looking to get rid of both white bowls. Oh, it's too wide. And so they'll take it two. What was the cheer for Andrew?
I haven't worked it out
Have a
yet.
look. Yeah.
Three more to Steve Harris's rink.
Okay.
So they now lead 23-9.
So they're the best performed rink.
And the main board has gone to 53-27, so it's gone from 25 to 26.
Yes. I'm sensing an early finish of the trophy and medallions close by. Presentation will take place as soon as this game is completed. And don't forget, rest day tomorrow, and we're back into it with sectional play of the men's. The men's inter-region, the 16 regions will be here at Yamba in the men's, while the women will have two sections at Evans Head and two sections at Aluka, and they'll remain there up until after the quarterfinals have been played, and then the semi-finalists will make their way here to Yamba, which will be on Sunday. So rounds 1 and 2 will be played on Friday. Rounds 3 and quarterfinals on Saturday, with the semi-final and finals on Sunday. So we want to see some great bowling, especially on Sunday with the semi-finals of the men and the women here at Yamba. Get yourself to the club or tune into Bowls New South Wales YouTube channel. I'm suspecting a number of the women's games will be live streamed once they hit Yamba.
Semi-finals.
It's all your fault that my husband's getting flogged out there. Put him on television and stuffing with stage drive. What is it? Stage.
Just ducking under the line, but another counter. Not the best of bowl there from Paul Rogers. Just doesn't take much to miss the line on this green. Schroeder up on the tighter side. He sneaks past that. He's going to end up in a good home as he skips applauds. Well played. Well,
Grabbed the jack.
grabbed the jack. And has he stayed with it enough? Not sure.
Pick your hand and draw a shot, I think is the instruction here.
Yeah. Snow on the backhand. Just got to navigate a line around them short bowls. Doesn't have to get right to the jack. He's got a fair bit of room there, but he hasn't got enough weight for the task. So Rigg just having a look what hand to play. Yeah, beat him to it as well.
Well, really, you're just looking to make sure you're the one who gets this close bowl first on this. With the short bowls, it's a little bit difficult to judge. I think the one who nails it will keep the shot. Manning, though, they don't need shot, they just need second.
Yeah, that's right. 53-27 on the big board. And here's Snow with his last bowl on end 17. Line's better, but the weight's no good. So the skips will make their way to the mat to play their bowls to finish off end 17. As we draw closer to the end of the Seniors Inter-Region State Championships. 16 sides began. Played their way down to these two, who were both in the same section on Monday. As we said earlier in the broadcast, Manning lost their first two games before bouncing back to scrape into the quarterfinals by half a point.
Well, the scoreboard on this rink says 23-10 after 17.
All right.
So I'll believe what that says. And that's actually Bowls Link has caught up with that. So.
All right. So, yes, they scraped their way in.
Well, they were ready to put their bowls in their car and go home.
Yes, there was a mighty cheer at their lunch table when another result filtered through, and they'd learnt that they'd qualified in second spot by half a point. No, Lee, they wasn't cheering because they had to play Newcastle. But they were cheering after they'd played Newcastle. And then they've gone on to beat Midwest this morning in the semi-final. And here they are.
I've just offered a shipper a crying towel.
Here they are dominating this final. And they have from bowl one. They've got out of the boxes very early and have maintained a commanding lead Steve Harris has produced the goods in the second half of his match, his team.
Steve Harris trailed 5-1 after 4 ends and then picked up a 5.
Yep.
They got a 2 to lead 8-7 at the critical 7th end.
Yep.
And since then has gone on to lead 20 to 15. One ends 9 through to 14. So just that middle third just took to domination. On this rink, it was 16-1 after 7 ends. Manning Great Lakes led. So that set up a real dominance. After 7 ends, it was 6-3 in favour of Manning Great Lakes as they'd picked up a 3 and 3-1. So won 4 of the first 7 ends. It's now 9 all, so it's just been a doer battle on that rink.
So that's 2 being kicked out. That's 3 being kicked out. That's 4 being kicked out. So South East.
Now looking at the 5th.
They are looking at the 5th. We might see the lie detector come out. Yes, here it is. Get down and manager.
Getting back up against the trick, isn't it?
Yeah, that's correct. So it's 4 at least. So we spoke about Stuart Rigg's side getting back into the game. And it's 4. And they have got back into the game, but unfortunately,
Might be a little too late.
the rink next door have let things slip a little. As Andrew pointed out, they were in front 5-1 early stages, and they now trail 23-10. Steve Harris
His team must be playing well.
leading the way for the Manning side. 22 points the diff now overall, with only 14 ends remaining.
We're beyond that 1.5 magical run rate theory.
Yeah. Unfortunately, can't see South East producing the miracle that they require at the moment. Some tired bodies out there. It's their 6th game in 3 days.
So I'll pose an ethical question to you. When is it okay to run the white flag up? Do you just go when it's mathematically impossible, go, well, we're finished? Or do you just go, we're not scoring 20 shots in 3 ends?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that decision may come, Andrew. We may see that, where even though it is mathematically possible, we can't see ourselves scoring 6s on every end or 5s on every end.
If it comes down to the last couple of ends and I need 10, I'll fight on.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Even if I need 7 or 8 off the final end, I figure it's the final end, I'll have a crack.
Yep. Yep.
I think we did give away a game where we had 22 to score in 3 ends. We reckoned we'd only scored 14 in 18.
That's the thing.
We weren't going to get them.
Well, that's it. Stuart Rigg has scored 14 in 18. Quinnivan has scored 10 in 16. And Ken Snowden 9 in 15. So
very tight clash on that rink, 9 apiece.
Yep. That's a very low scoring game. 15 ends, 18 shots. And you can see here Manning applying the pressure again. And if that gets onto his own bowl, which it has, and turns it up, then there's 2 cracking bowls there. It's going to be hard to move. Starting to see a few of the boys arriving a day early. Coming up to enjoy the hospitality of Yamba before they kick off on Friday. Practice for all 16 regions tomorrow afternoon. So we'll be out there this afternoon, I would feel. Have arrived early. You can see Rigg there just encouraging his teammate to play up through the head, try and disturb something. How's he looking? He's got contact. Got it onto...
He's got the disturbance.
Schroeder's bowl. Put the jack in the ditch and still one down, I believe. But he has opened it up. There is a bit more room for everyone now. See the white marker on the bank. That's where the jack is. The jack's in the ditch. Shadow of the shaded seat behind the rink. And this is Snow's bowl. It's coming into view now. I needed perhaps a metre to count.
Jack is there.
Yes, the white. Yep. Follow the bouncing ball. Well, coming up on the tight hand. He's played it pretty well if he stops, but he's not going to.
See if I can stop it with the...
Yeah.
No, can't.
It's in the area. So now we'll see Snow, change of hands. Needs to correct his weight and just add a little bit on. Line's pretty good. Has he got the weight? I do not think so. Jopson just reminding Snow that's where the jack was. So you see in the shaded area there's that bowl at the feet of Rogers there. That one there that Andrew's highlighting, that's the shot bowl, and that's a Manning bowl. Second shot is the bowl to the right, which is a southeast bowl. And one's no good at this stage. And scoring more than a one is going to be very difficult at present.
Need security, just give them a reminder again. Oh, they might have remembered.
Yes, they've moved away. So, comes the bowl in course.
Just going to crash into these short bowls.
A lot of regions will be about to commence their pennant season, if they haven't already, coming up throughout New South Wales. I know a number of regions are starting on the 14th of February, which is not that far away. Good luck to all participants in the Bowls New South Wales State Pennant, grades 1 to 7. And of course the Platinum Pennant kicks off on the 27th of February. Just a reminder for people at state match level, we get a lot of, well, you see that rub there from Rigg.
Very handy.
Very handy rub to get the shot. It's only one though. I don't think Jopson will be doing anything too crazy. Let's see what he does here. Is he looking to sit the bowl? Well, no, he's tight and he's into the pack at the front, I think. Oh, no, he's not. He's around it. Is he going to stop? No.
He'll stop.
Yes, when he hits the sand.
The sand stops him every time.
Yeah. So, yeah, just a reminder if the unique event happens where you turn up for a game and you're a player short, you are allowed to play one less player on each rink. And that's without a second. So the opposition second would play 2 bowls in a row. And it is only 6 bowls against 8.
Yes.
Your lead and third doesn't get an extra bowl to make it 8 against 8. It's 6 bowls against 8. And you just score normally. There's no 25% shots that need to come off or anything like that. And that's in the domestic regulations in the back of the law book.
Correct. So where that law, which is absentee player in a side match, appears, it says the domestic regulation. Check the back of the book. There was a certain person who's on NOAG who pushed that should be what's written in the front of the law book in Australia, and the international laws put at the back, but Will Bowles said no.
Okay. So there's your answer, but yes, you can play one short on all 3 rinks if required. 9's the minimum.
I suggested that we as a nation should tell Will Bowles to go to hell and do it anyway, but I was massively outvoted.
Okay, fair enough. But yeah, the state has its conditions of play, then we have the Australian domestic regulations, and then we have the law book, which may vary slightly on occasions. Obviously the other big one is the 21 metre length for a length of jack. Everywhere else in the world they play 23. We did try that for a year, I believe, Andrew.
4 years.
4 years, was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
We made the approach to Will Bowles and said it's ridiculous, especially if you've got a minimum length green. You get a little variation, and we'd played 21 metres for, well, as long as I can remember, and I've been playing for 40 years. So Will Bowles graciously said, well, you can make a domestic regulation for play in Australia. There may be 1 or 2 other nations that adopted it, but I'm not sure.
Just remember too that playing one short only applies in a sides event. It doesn't apply in your club 4s or triples or anything like that.
If you turn up play club 4s and least instance forgotten and he's in orange and not at the club, you forfeit.
Or you get a substitute.
Yes, or a replacement player depending on what the controlling body will permit.
Yes, but in a sides game, each rink is allowed to play a player short. As I said, I know most of you listening probably know that already, but we do get some queries about that, where we've had teams be in that situation, or sides be in that situation, where they've played with the extra bowl, or they've done something that's...
You might be on your way out to Soldiers Point from... where's the further south?
Swansea.
You might be on your way out there and one of your players drives himself and breaks down somewhere about Charlestown or so. You can't get there. For a while. They get their wife to come and pick them up and they miss the first 5 ends. They slot straight back into where they should be. So if they were the third, the person playing second would slide up to the third position, play without a second. And then when they arrive, you slot them into third and away you go. Can also use, if eligible, your side manager to play as a substitute. And capable, of course.
Or an affiliated member.
I always found it amusing when an affiliated member plays out of their skin.
And
and
normally the best player. Normally the best player on the opposition team against their own.
I think I told you should have picked me.
Yeah.
They, of course, must otherwise satisfy the eligibility requirements.
Yes, got to be graded accordingly and all that stuff that goes with it.
Well, I think this might be a tad on the tight side, but once again, our players are just getting a little overexcited. Oh, it's got the jack, he had the weight.
Mr. Stinson's gone out to have a look what's going on. Well, those players going through the motions, I feel now. I've got some score updates on the rinks next door. Andrew?
Now I've just hit the refresh button. I'm waiting for that to
Right.
become active. So it's 11:23 and 11:10 off 18. So it's Ken Snowden 11, Darryl Webster 10.
All right.
It's still 19 shots the difference. 15:23 on this rink. That's what they've got. 11:23 off 17 and 11:10 off 18. Now we're down to 9 ends.
9 ends.
19 shots. That's up over 2.
Yeah. I think
Stuart Rigg playing a little bit of attacking here. Just going to hold out and slide wide, which we've seen a lot of over the last couple of days on slightly tighter hand. The weight just keeps out there with that weight.
Yep.
Players need to go a little more direct.
we're just going through the motions a bit here now. A 19 shot lead. Very surprised if South East can dig themselves out of this one.
Well, you just need to be within 10 shots with 2 ends to go, don't you?
Yeah, apparently. But,
It has been a fairly remarkable fight back from Paul Jopson's rink, though. But as Paul Jopson's fought back, Steve Harris has edged ahead of Shane Quinlivan. And that early lead, South East just haven't been able to claw their way into it. They did get back to within about 12 shots at one stage.
yep.
It's just pushed out and been maintained out in that, well, close to 20 region. It's been over 20 a couple of times.
Yes, well, in this rink we've been streaming every time that South East looked like they were going to get on a bit of a run, managing to produce the goods. Going to be one down, one shot. There's nowhere near enough. So with an end to play on our streaming rink. That's Stuart Rigg. Got back to within 7. They did, what was it, Andrew? 16-1 at one stage, they trailed. So back to within 7.
He had 16-1 after 7 ends. So picked up 3 2s and a 1 has Paul Jopson since then, whereas Stuart Riggs picked up 1 1 2 2 1 2. So it's 9-7. So they've held it about even.
Yep. Yep, that 3 in burst from Manning in 3, 4 and 5 where they scored 12 shots in them 3 ends.
Well, it's almost been the tail of the whole match.
Yeah.
More of a 6 end burst, 1 5 3 4 1 2. So 15 in 6 ends, and the difference is 18. So
Yeah.
it's been pretty much the killer blow landed early on.
Yep.
Haven't been able to quite just lay the knockout punch, but they've kept the points even since then.
I think the ref might stop the fight fairly soon.
Well, we've got 8 ends to go, and the difference is 18. So 2 1/4 per end. It's still in the mathematically and theoretically possible.
Certainly doable, yes.
It would take a rather remarkable turn of events. Oh, we've already seen that.
Yes, well, if Southeast could score across the 3 rinks on this end, then it may set up a bit of a finish.
Although I was told by, I'm sure you remember Bruce Elliott.
Yes.
And Bruce remembered playing in a pennant final, leading by 15 in the old 4-rink format.
All right.
Leading by 15 with 1 end to go on all the rinks, and they finished pretty close to each other. Only to see 4 down, 4 down, 4 down, 4 down, and lose by a shot.
Ooh,
I think it'll be...
that'd be entertaining stuff.
you might have to collect some shoelaces then. You wouldn't be feeling real good going home. You'd feel that was one that you'd really just blown.
So, Rogers just slipping through there. Schroeder, very consistent early on in the game. Grabbed hold of this wide hand and played it quite well.
Just a little heavy-handed there. And
A little heavy, yeah.
I did say to him, I'd say it again, a little heavy-handed like his serving of red wine. He did find that amusing. So
Yes, as I said, probably got some tired individuals out on the green at the moment, having played 6 games in 3 days. The first 2 in what could only be described as atrocious conditions.
challenging.
Character building, Andrew. Character building. What was good was we did have an extended lunch break on day 1, Monday, and a lot of the players that are staying close by went and got some dry clothes and some warmer clothes. Yeah, then went out and got wet again. Yep. Yeah, well, we did delay the start on Monday for game 2, which allowed the majority of the rain.
I wonder how many of these
pass.
players are feeling that these greens are closer to 60 metres now than 40.
Yeah. Don't see too many people chasing up after their bowls, Andrew, late in these events.
It's rather undignified, just running up and down the green anyway.
Yes. I'm sure we'll see plenty of it come Friday.
And there's always someone who's funny. If I actually do chase after a bowl, they'll yell out, it's like golf, you have to repair your own divots.
Yes. Well, it's Manning holding here. Not a lot on for Rigg. Needs a super trail on the wide backhand. You can see the 2 orange bowls and the reddish coloured bowl are all his bowls there in the bottom left of picture. The white bowl furthest back is a Manning bowl. So we can't really attack the jack straight back. There's a wall of bowls in the way anyway, but What's he doing here? He's just trying to draw a toucher to the other side where he has the blue and the red as well waiting. So looking to get down to the jack. He looks a little bit wide. It's coming late, but it's going to turn the Manning bowl closer, is it? Well, possibly up and down for shot now, but still not enough for Southeast. Jopson will be looking to play a similar bowl to what Rigg just played, and he's getting down to the bowl as well, but he's that little half a bowl high. Is he? No, he's not. Well played. That's making it difficult now for Rigg. Players starting to look into the afternoon sun.
The longest I ever found a bowling green was I signed up to play a Monday tournament, 4 games of, I think it was 14 ends of 3-bowl pairs. We played pennants on the Saturday, and my darling children had signed us up to do Relay for Life
Very
on
good.
Saturday night and Sunday morning. And I ended up doing quite a few hours on the track because everyone else in the team had gone to bed. I was rather weary on Sunday, and that green was a long way to the other end on Monday.
I know we spoke about Terralba earlier, but I know they used to have a very long grass green where playing in that direction you had to bring it was too long, you had to bring the bowls up to a certain mark and start from there and play to the ditch each end.
That was more than 40 metres.
Yes, yep.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a rather long green in one direction. So in the other, playing the other way, it was a normal size. Or
So
normal length.
9 or 10 rinker.
Yeah.
I suppose if you've, instead of having a 2 metre mark, you have a 5 metre mark, and you have to bring it up.
That's it. Yeah.
Well, there is the handshake.
There's the handshake.
That's probably because this rink is
This
finished.
rink's over. And
They're not going to tell us what it was.
so I think it's one.
The green and black bowl,
Yes. Yep.
which is Manning. That's John Marshall's bowl.
Yep, that's correct. I think it was only the one. We'll wait for the updated score,
yeah,
but
I might just wait for that to appear.
they're doing it now on their phones.
I think they can finalise their...
The boys are gathering together in front of the camera. Yes, congratulations there. They've won the Senior Region State Championships.
Well, Darryl Webster has scored a 5 on the 19th end. That's just about...
Yeah, there'll be handshakes galore, I would think, now.
And it's 11:26 after 18.
Yes, well,
So that's really blown out, and yet you get the feeling that they have just gone. It was a single to
yeah,
Manning.
just the one.
So it's now 27 shots.
So I think there'll be handshakes galore happening out there in a
5
second.
ends.
As I said, it's the State Senior Sides Championship, Region Championships, won by Manning Great Lakes. They're 2026 champions. And we'll just see now, that's Stephen Pell delivering his bowl on the rink next door. That's the rink of Darryl Webster's. And you can see the bowls finishing there. Andrew's swung the cameras around so we can have a look. Ken Snowden there directing the head, along with Darryl Webster from Manning Great Lakes. And this would probably, I'm assuming we may see this being the last end as well, as they're playing back to their bowls bags.
And just sympathies for Kenny Snowden. He's very recently lost his brother. Brother passed away in the last couple of days.
Oh, condolences to Ken and family. I wasn't aware of that.
They asked him if he wanted a session off just to recover, and he said, no, I want to get out there and go harder. And
Yeah.
I think I probably agree there in the logic, keep busy and not dwell on it.
I think he's performed pretty well, Ken, too, over the week.
And he's been a very handy bowler for a number of years.
Certainly.
I know he played in the Champion of Champions at Wagga. He won the old Zone 7 Champion of Champions singles. That was the year that John O. Davis won the Champion of Champions down there. I do know that because I arrived on the Sunday and got roped into playing a social type game on the Sunday by former President Vince Beard.
Right.
And I played against Snowy.
Okay.
Had a wonderful afternoon.
All right. There'll be some celebrating going on very shortly, Andrew. I feel. Let's see what Kenny Snowden can produce with this one. He's a little bit high.
Oh, it's coming back a long way,
It's coming back, so there's plenty of grass on that rink as well. If you're in the local area and you want to come down and watch some bowls, there's a nice little pop-up bowl shop here with shoes and bags and clothes. And Bowls New South Wales have their array of
We've got,
shirts.
Got a few shirts, a few caps. The one there for you, the Queen of the Green.
Yes, excellent.
And, I love bowls, but I'm biased. That's on one of the caps.
Yeah.
Very good quality caps as well. Or the water bowler. How would you like one of those ones, Shibbo?
I was presented one of them, Andrew, at the state championships.
That's right.
Yes. I do have one. The white flag, Andrew, has been raised.
It was one to southeast there, I think.
Yeah, with the white flag, the rag was waved in the air by the southeast players, and they shake hands and congratulate each other.
4 ends to go. It's 26 shots the difference.
Magnificent performance from Manning Great Lakes to come from where they were after day one. They turned up for game 3, having not won a game. They won game 3. They waited on a result for the other match in their section. The result came through. It seemed them advance in second place by half a point.
Most of them had resigned the fact that they were going home. The shoes had come off. The bags had been stacked, ready to go to the car.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's like, no, fellas, you're back in.
Yeah.
And, well, they've made every post a winner since then. So thanks for joining us today, Warren Shipley. A big thanks to Jason Pinnock and Nick Hind as well for jumping in and giving us some of his dulcet tones. We look forward to your company from around 9 a.m. on Friday. Tomorrow we have the arrival and some practice sessions for the Open, I hate to call it Open, but it's the men's and the women's unrestricted.
Yep.
And it will also be at Iluka and Evans Head on Friday and Saturday. Finals here Sunday. Look forward to your company then. But till then, it's a big thanks to our partners Goodwin. And goodbye for now.